Happy New Year, people. Hope everyone's alright. Well, Andrew J's had it all to himself all day, hasn't he? Noticed a lot of people missing as well from chats today. People who come in this chat. Bit of a lazy day, so yes, lordy, my mates. Happy New Year, man. Well, it's been the Torbs day today, hasn't it? Lordy, you been watching Andrew J there? Fucking hell. 200 people, man. I often wonder what Andrew would do. Don't get us wrong, I like Andrew. Boss dog. All the best, matey. All the best, Fairy Fizz. Big up, everyone. I've often wondered what Andrew would do if he just fired a live up like he normally does, and there was only 10 people in there. Probably be the same, wouldn't it? It's like saying to me, if I fired a live up and there was 200 people in, just make us sit up a little bit more, I think, and just chilled wellness, like. Well, say that all the time, don't I? But all the best, John, lad. We go. Anyone else been watching the darts? Darts on the telly. Bit of Andrew J on the phone. Darts was good, actually. Anyone who watches it, I just think there's something about Chris Dobey. Been watching him for years, and I've never seen him play so well. Anyone who doesn't watch darts, just ignore that last comment. But anyone who does, John Dobey. What's up there, Leslie? How you doing, matey? So have we all been floating about today? I tell you, I've seen John Beck. Lordy, it's the first time I've seen you today, mate. Boss Dog, I might have seen you. Not sure though. Fairy Fizz, I think this might be the second chat today, I think. Yeah, we all know why you're not bored, Leslie. Come on. And I've just been watching I've actually watched. This will be the second full match I've watched in the last few days. Forest Chelsea. Forest have just scored there. Not too bad, actually. How do, Andy W? All the best, mate. Hope the dogs are alright there, brother. Yeah, see, first time. Just waiting for a decent live to come on, that's all it is. It's been a little bit hitty missy, hasn't it? I think there'll be a bit of drama tonight. Over on our Shuffs channel, I think. That's it, Tog. Was it actually live? Were you? Oh, actually, no, Boss Dog. I've seen you asleep before. Me and Ludon, we've both seen you asleep on a live stream. You just went and laid on. You put and set the live up with that talk for a bit. Then you went and laid on the settee. Just fell asleep, man. Tony Dicko. You know when I say Tony Dicko, anyone from Middlesbrough will understand. Obviously, Lordy will understand. It's obviously it's very similar to Terry Dicko, who was like a bloke from there, Middlesbrough. I think anyone from Middlesbrough knows Terry Dicko. When I say Tony Dicko there, it's the first thing that jumps in the head. Big up Tony Dicko, though. I'm sure you've been in here before, mate. I know that name. This is me just thinking it's fucking Terry Dicko again. I'll tell you what else I did the other day. I think last time I spoke, I hadn't sorted it out, but Boss Dog, you know what I mean. You know when you do a live on YouTube, you just go live, don't you? On the options, go live, and I think you do all your lives on there anyway. But I did one the other night. I was only coming on for a bit because somebody ended a live where there was loads of us having a bit of banter. So I just did it on YouTube just because it was quicker than StreamYard. Anyway, the chat was funny as loads of decent people. I think we had about 50 people in anyway for about 2 hours. And I just had it in my head that as soon as it finished, it just got deleted, and you couldn't do anything with it, you know. Because every time Boss Dogs has gone off, it's always said this video is private. But I didn't know whether that meant that Boss Dogs can still go and have a watch of it or whatever. But anyway, it was there on YouTube, and it's now on the channel anyway. But I think I had to change some setting at the back, not for kids or something, and then it's gone on the channel. It's quite funny. It was basically me after quite a few Jack Daniels ripping the piss out of Phil and Big G. No panel, although I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can have a guest. There was people asking to come on, but I don't know how to do it. Did you sort your sound quality out or what, dog? Because you're having a bad time last year. You know, there was times when because your camera's absolutely perfect, mate. Like one of the best. I always say one of the best, along with. Don't like to say it, Boss Dog, but Steve Farthing, you know, and some of his camera work and ministries. But your sound, Boss Dog, last year, mate. I know Nikki's been about today, but she was always one live follower to tell you sort your sound out on your phone. But I don't know what it was. But it's now worse, you know, than getting the sound wrong or somebody echoing. I've done a few lives. I did a really good one a couple of weeks ago, and Layer Cake was on there. It was the first time I'd spoke with him. Ended up being on for about 2 hours. Just me and him. It was proper funny. And but when I watched it back, we had an echo or a little. Oh man, it was watchable, but hey, you know what? That's twice I've heard that phrase in the last few days. Described. Yes, Big G. Described to, and Big G's just said it there. So who is the official Pissy Knickers, right? Is it Leslie? Or is it Queen Gambino who was getting referred to last night as Pissy Knickers? No disrespect to Gambino there. I know she's watching everything. Can't really remember much what happened last night, like, but yeah, I won't even be putting the camera on today. You'll all be pleased to know. But because I seem to have woke up today with a sore eye, and I went to touch my eye, my left eye there, and I've got one of them, them sty things. Or is it Leslie? Is it? We'll maybe have a little vote on it later on. I'm sure Leslie will look forward to that. Like, I'll wait till there's about 100 people in, then we'll decide who really is Pissy Knickers. I tell you what, it's not a nickname you really crave for, like, is it? Did anyone have? Oh, he's just in time. Yeah, Phil, we're just deciding there whether, because Big G comes straight in with the Pissy Knickers shout for Leslie. But I thought after last night on the cesspit that it was Gambino, because I've seen a few people in the chat as well. So we'll have a little vote, Phil, later on for his Pissy Knickers 2023. John, if Mencho's calling you anything, mate, then you've made it, haven't you? Sure, he'll go in on me soon. Like, Mencho's leaves me alone for now, actually. I think it's since I told everyone that I'd seen him in a motorbike and sidecar. Mencho was sat in the sidecar. Sure, it was him. Driving through Highton, I think he was. I think I was out there that day. Yes, Monk. Daryl, how you doing, brother? Big love to Daryl Adams there and the missus. Hope you're alright, mate. I've been waiting anyway today for a notification for, what is it? What day are we on now? Sunday? Slippy Sunday or Sulky Sunday? Or doesn't do many lives over Christmas and New Year Sunday? How you doing, Monk? Monk, me and you will have a little chat, a little private chat over the next few days. I want to ask you one question, right? It's not dodgy or anything, it's just something that's been bugging me for ages. I will get into the chat in a minute. Like I say, I've got a dodgy left eye now. Saying that, dodgy eyes are like quite prominent, aren't they, in this community? You've got a few, most famous being Paddy Conroy, I would say. Then you've got Crinkle. I think Gamer comes into that category, doesn't he? Now you've got me. Anyone else who's visually not challenged, but visually imperfect? I'll let you off there, lazy boy. Go and finish your bottle of Jack Daniels off like me. I can see all the avatars on my phone now. It's not really Monk. Just did it to get you going, like, but there's something like, but we'll get round to it. Leslie has a glass. What? She's got a glass eye as well, has she? Right, I'm gonna start reading the chat now, guys, because I keep missing out on the banter. Yeah. I don't know what else I missed last night. I don't know who was on who did the late, who was on all night then. I'll put the link out in a bit, right, Monk? But I wish he hadn't said it now, because you died to know what it is. There's our Daryl there, still thinking he's 17. Did you have both your shoes on as well, Daryl? You did lose a shoe or your phone or anything, mate? You can come back covered in mud or nettle stings all over you. Salami slappy. Oh, it was Crinkleite again. Wagwan, Paraleeds. Get up there, mate. I did see. I did see. Did see Flavors was live actually. Good question, that Daryl. Are you still? Because that's why he goes out in cycling shorts. Obviously, that's how he likes to dress. But he has probably still got them on, don't you? You're right. Was it like everyone else? Is it the same with everyone else? Like loads of fireworks going off and all that in there for 5 minutes, and that's it, really, isn't it? Remember years ago, people used to be just walking in the streets and that, and everyone's like Happy New Year and going into a strangers' houses for drinks and that, and sitting on the sofa and just walking in and getting a drink stuck in front of you. I can't do that now, can you, man? Banana Man's a bit of an enigma at the minute. Hope you're all right there, Banana Man. See, See, you've got Phil Graham, then you've got Daryl Adams, yeah? Well, look at the difference. There's Phil having a glass of champers at 12. Now he's in bed chilling at 5 past. Then you've got Daryl going out whenever it was in his cycling shorts to a house party with a DJ, strolling in at 8:30 this morning in the same cycling shorts and teabag vest. Happy New Year, Sean Wayne. Big up yourself, Sean. All the best, mate. Hey, there was a bit of doxing going on last night, wasn't it? Apparently, I don't know how true it is. Sure, it was Jackie. Mad one, Jackie, like, I'll be honest. Wasn't it Jackie who was having that big argument with Lindsay Kilpatrick? It was, wasn't it? Apparently putting people's names, alright, Jay, lad. Putting people's names in chats and that. I'm sure he's got a few pairs that are road friendly, you know, Boss Dog, you know, with like the fluorescent stripes on and all that. I've heard on the grapevine that he has got a pair that are just pure black lycra, and then in fluorescent arrows pointed towards his crotch. It's got like 4 arrows either side of his crotch, and he goes out running in them in a night, and all the arrows shine up. Flavour's just finished there, didn't he? Yeah, man, in a minute I'll just sort my head out because it's one of them, you know, where just had a bit of a joint again. Happy New Year, Amanda, mate. I did see you there. There she is. Happy New Year, mate. All the best. What's been happening here, like? Something been happening with Flavours? Yeah, I tell you what, though. It's like last night. I don't know. I know we have a bit few mixed views on the cesspit. I know, like, just pick Sean Wayne for instance. That is Sean Wayne is the cesspit's like mascot. You know what I mean? He's number one. That's his number one channel. But then And you've got Dave, who, like, Dave loves the cesspit as well. Did a bit of co-hosting with Matty there early on in the week. Jay, I'm not sure if he likes the cesspit, but Phil, I don't think Phil goes on the cesspit. I don't think he likes that, but honestly, just for comedy value, I've told Phil and Bo before, like, it's just fucking hilarious. the way they go on, man. Like I say, I wish I was better at the impressions of Phil. I wish I could get Phil and Boy's accent, because just I totally get his pattern and all that. You know what I mean? I think there was a perfect example last night. I think our how we doing, Northern King? Our very own Mouse Charger, yeah, when she jumped on the cesspit last night, made a really good. She had to stay at the whole stage, you know. I think it was 6 people on the panel, and she went on and made a big statement about New Year and everything, and it was a really nice statement, yeah. And then, you know, when she just finished and was waiting for a reply or film, then he just said something else, like, "Oh, is that you backstage or something?" And it was like she was being totally blanked, but it's not that he hadn't heard it, because he did go back to it a minute later when Mouse said, "Oh, am I being ignored here?" But Matty heard you exactly, but obviously his mind was on something else. But he still heard it, everything you said, and he got back to you. But that's just an example. It's comedy gold on there, man. So if there's some dodgy guests on, right? I mean, the chat's usually buzzing in there as well. But if there's some guests on that you don't like, you usually get a good laugh out of the chat in the cesspit. Did you get anything like? Did you get anything technical? Anything? What's the word? Like tech-wise, Daryl, for Christmas? You know, to help to help your channel along. Like, did you get anything that's gonna make your lives any better, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting on a new tablet. Like, did you get some extra headphones or a new mic or anything, or did you get a new chair with a big D on the back of it, or did you get a mug or anything with Daryl #1 on it, or like that? Yeah, I don't. And like I say, Phil, I don't know why. I don't. Obviously, you don't like the way they're going on there. I don't know if you've been on it, you don't like it, or. But usually, like, honestly, you can just go in the chat sometimes. I know you still have to listen to the panel, but often I'll go on there and I don't like people on the panel. But yes, Dave, how we doing, mate? I did see you there, brother. Hope you're all right. Dave's got his. Is that what? Is that what? Is that what Filmboy give you for co-hosting that night? Happy days, that, mate. Has it got cesspit on the front and crazy behaviour on the back? Is it? Yeah. Happy days, man. Northern Kings, whose panel did I see you on, mate, the other day or yesterday? Actually, I think you were flip-flopping as well. I think you did 2 panels, didn't you? But one, I think it was Chris the Brick. I was listening to that. It did feel like jumping on, but I thought, no, because, you know, sometimes, like, it's good to just listen to 2 people, 2 Mackhams, you know. God, I'll never say that again, will I? Never thought I'd hear myself say that. Sat listening to and enjoying 2 Mackhams. Yeah, was that honestly? I wasn't going to mention that, boss, but because I haven't seen a name pop up in the chat yet, but I half expected her to be the first one in here, Nikki. She's been quite vocal today on Andrew J's. And they were talking about something that she's been doing for all her life, you know what I mean? So, she wasn't getting any grief or anything in there. I think she might have even got on the panel anyway a few times, but it just takes like one comment, doesn't it? You know, to get the chat going. And Film Boy jumped in straight in there with 2 feet, Boss Dog, if that's what you're talking about. A bit heavy that, like. And you know, when somebody said, "Is that the real Film Boy?" I sort of like thought myself, "Is that the real Film Boy?" But then Matty's Matty, isn't he? You know what I mean? And you would get him with that one, like. There you go, 3. Maria, how you doing? Happy New Year to you, mate. 3. Fuck me, you must have had your flip flops on yesterday, mate. Fuck me. You know what I mean? I can't even explain it again. Like, how can you be a Geordie and support Sunderland? I mean, how can you even do that? No wonder he's always getting into scraps in that Northern King, man. I know, yeah. You were out with the dogs for quite a bit, weren't you? You must have gone way out there, like for it to be that nice, King. All that open greenery and that, all away from them terraced houses and smoking chimneys and outdoor toilets and that. Yeah. Oh, I'm saying nothing there, Big G. I mean, I hope the Northern King sees that one night. Yeah. There's been a few mad timeouts as well. Like when you're watching chats and that, I've noticed if you watch it if you're watching it on your phone or the chat or whatever, and if someone gets timed out and you're not a mod, your screen just like drops a little bit, doesn't it? And you know something's gone, but you can't see what it is. But then usually a couple of seconds later, you've got a moderator underneath in the chat saying, "Why time him out?" or "Why time her out?" So you always get caught out. Is 100% banter about today? 100% banter about. I know he's been enjoying himself these last few days. Oh, is Bidsy on? Bidsy's great. Daryl, right? You know, obviously, like we've seen Bidsy, and like you don't, we've always bigged Bidsy up like we do, yeah, from the Snake Pit. But looking back on it now, right, and what I know now because he's been on a few panels over the last week or two. When he popped up on when he popped up on Benji's live a couple of weeks ago with his camera on, just didn't look like Bidsy. I thought, that is not Bidsy. That is not Bidsy. It just didn't look like him at all, but it was him. It was him, obviously, but the Bidsy I knew, and this is going back, saying that, this is going back a year, like, but even for a year ago, though. But what was he doing anyway? I went a bit off track there. What was he doing? Bidsy, what was he arguing with? Flavours, was he? Fucking hell. I'll have to. Yeah, usually if somebody gets turned out, somebody, even if it is another mod, they just turn grass only and type put in the chat, why did you do that? But it's only right, you can't just time someone out like because you don't like them, you know what I mean? But yes, I've seen the classic case of that over the last day or two on a certain channel. Honestly. Yeah, he spent a few hours on Benji's. I'm sure it was Benji's a couple of weeks ago. And that was it. And he said on that live, he said, this is the first, like he said, I've always getting asked to go on panels, but this is the first time I jumped on. So he must have felt comfortable with Benji and the people who were in Benji's chat. And he jumped on there. And we took a load of shit. Took a load of shit for hours and hours. Got it to the point where he was. And Bidsy, if Bidsy's watching, won't mind me saying this, right? But he like lost it for a bit, and he woke his mum and dad up. This is about 4 o'clock in the morning. That's how rags they all got him. And I thought, fucking hell. But Bidsy said that this is not why he comes on YouTube. He doesn't want all that beef. You can tell in the chat he doesn't. But yeah, it was mad that. Anyone else remember watching that? Was his hairstyle who taking the mick out of? He won't mind me saying that either, because that's the one thing that you remember about Bidsy. That's what. Yeah, I've told him. I've said to him, Daryl, like every time I've seen him about, I've said, get yourself. He's definitely subbed to us both. You know that he's been in the chats and whatever. But we got Pebble Dash in there. So, Sean's still on a mission there. Big up Majestic Road Studio. You know when you change your name, Majestic, yeah, because this fella used to be Bright Lights, and that's how I'm sure I knew. Yeah, you were called something else before Bright Lights as well, weren't you, Majestic? I know you lost your other account, but must be hard when you keep coming back as a new name, though. Is that a totally new channel or just a new name? So do you lose your subs from the last channel or what? I know you get copyright struck, don't you, because of your content and whatever. Here she is. YouTube's sexiest mod. YouTube's best mod. One and only Ludot. Been going in on Sean Wayne there's been getting under Ludot's skin this last week. You know, like I see where she's coming from, Sean, with the because you have banged on about Genghis and whatever, and it's just I think it's just I can tolerate a bit more than Louise. But fair play, it's been civil. It's been civil, and no reason to fall out with her. Howl ahead. What are you doing, my mate? Mate, you don't even want to know. Honestly, I'm sure I'm going to have to crack. I'm going to have to smash away these Jack Daniels bottles, you know, the bigger ones, because I'm sure the glass is about 2 inches thick. You only get them the middle. It's only the middle bit of the bottle that's got anything in. Because honestly, you have a few of them, few JDs out a new bottle of Coke or whatever. Next thing you look, and there's about a mouthful left in the bottom. But yeah, mate, that went. That went. You know the problem I had with charging my phone up the other day as well. If anyone hasn't seen that, I think Big G was there. Big G, were you there when when I pulled that charger wire out the end of me charging? It was like it was just proper bent. Was Jay there? I think Jay was there. Yeah, yeah, it was very elegantly done, and like you know, it was like I've been watching it. Sean took it well though as well. She took it well, so we all got our pint over in the right way without calling anyone anything bad. Right, if I'm the alcoholic of the year, Daryl has got to be the binge drinker of the year. You know, like he's more of like a binge drinker, and he can't. He doesn't know when to stop. Just know when to stop. No self control. I think that's the word. Yeah, I reckon. I tell you what. I tell you what, Jay. Right. Um, Jay has got to be, without a doubt, stoner of 2022. Like, just you know what? When I have a joint, Jay, right, or half a joint, that's me. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna think that I'm dead funny for a bit, and then I'm gonna talk and ask people loads of crazy questions that like, or rant on about something that that I don't need to, and then I'm gonna get the point where I'm just laughing at everyone else. But then an hour later, I'm all right. But Jay, you were like that 24 hours a day. Okay, now honestly, man, proper funny. Like, well, couldn't find it, mate. I found the anal beads, but I couldn't find the charger wire. Like I said, I lose a lot of charger wires in here. I go through a lot of them, but honestly, I could make I could make an hour long video about the things I've had to do to get some charge on my phone. Or but like I say, it's all down to the principle of, or me. Well, it is a bit of the principle but it's also me being really tight, just being tight and like won't spend the money on a charger. You know what I mean? That I know is going to last, but say I acquired one. I acquired a wire there, and it looks like it's got a good few months in it. Like it's about. It's not short, but it's not one of them dead long ones, but it's a decent one, you know what I mean? I tell you what I did do, this is no word of a lie, right? No word of a lie. Somebody give me this, and I don't even know how there could be any use to anyone, right? It's a USB on the end, and the wire, no lie, is about 2 inches long, and then you've got the thing that goes into your phone. So it's like a charger wire for not even for a midget, for somebody smaller than a midget. Like, you know what I mean? So, but it worked. It worked. It was the only charger wire that I had that worked. That's what it was. So with the actual plug itself, the 3-pin plug you put in the wall was about the same size as the wire, the USB plug at the other end for your phone. And he used that, no lie, for about 2 weeks. So can you imagine some of the places my phone's at will be hanging from wall sockets, right? Just to get some charge or balanced or balancing. I'm great at balancing anything. Darren G, you know what? I've watched a bit of it, obviously, but like I used to watch Darren G. He's one of the reasons why I came on here from watching his podcasts on James English. Them first two, I mean, that's what blew him up, didn't it? That first one. But you know, and I've watched what's happened to him over the last year. But I mean, fair play to him. Whatever. I don't. Whether he's a grass or anything or whatever, he's done what he's done. But where he gets the energy from, he's knocking some content out now. He's live every night. Doesn't have guests on, but I haven't seen him with any guests on. And you can see, man, he's making a good bit of money. Must be making a good bit of money out of it now because I've seen his setup. He's got IMAX and everything, and you can see he's been in prison by how like perfect everything is in his wherever he is. Yes, dangerous, Darren. How we do? Right, let's get a guest on, right? But like I say, Jay, you probably are a good guest to get on, mate, because like I say, I've had half a joint. I'm not wrecked or anything, but I know you're chilled anyway. Just I think my head'd fall off if well, I don't even know. Can't even think of anyone who'd make my head fall off, right, to be honest. I think you get what I mean. We've only got 13 people in anyway. 13 good ones, man. I don't know who else is on live or whatever. Is that the match finished there, is it? What was the score there? One each. I haven't even watched match of the day. This. How we doing, mate?
Hi, how are you, my man? Keeping good?
Yeah, man. I think is this the first time I've spoke to you, mate, on here?
No, I've been on before, Fernando Moon. So you give me the award
Have
of the year. Is my mic okay?
Yeah, it's not bad, that,
Yeah,
mate. It's not bad at all, that.
it's just sometimes you get a wee bit of echo.
Yeah, because I think it's because you've got the same accent, Jay, as Yours is more like a Mark Belfasty accent, innit?
Oh God, you want to see me and Flavors arguing earlier?
I don't
He's
know
on
what
the
happened
drink.
there then. What was that all
Oh
about?
mate, he takes my see no way the comments when you're going through the TV. They're a wee bit slower. So I'm writing, and he's reading my comments about like 30 seconds later, right? So he's thinking I'm saying something else, and I went through, no, I didn't say it. I meant to say. And even Quavers, they all stuck up for me, 10 in the chat. I've never been timed out, friend of the moon. And I
You
got
know what?
timed out for it. It makes you angry, doesn't
You know what? Yeah, that is. You
it?
see it all the time, right? You know,
Mm,
obviously as a host, right? When you're
yeah.
reading the chat, you've got to get. If someone's made a comment, you've got to read it word for word. You can't just read it
Yeah,
and
he did.
scour
He read
over
it
it.
word for word, but
Yeah,
that's
and
what I
you've got to
said.
read because
No,
you
we
get
made up
one
the
word
end.
wrong.
No, we made
You
up
get one
noon.
word wrong. If the host gets
Yep,
one word wrong of
yep,
that comment, it could totally
yep.
turn it up the opposite way.
That's what I said. I just said as a North Belfast accent different than an East because you're letting Kenny on, you're not letting me on in the background. He went, no, your voice. He's in his mate's house, you know, and
Never.
they're on the drink. Oh, Quavers, there's my
He's
girl.
Belfast, Jay. He's Belfast.
Yes, Flavors.
Happy
He
New
let me
Year.
back
Fly
in,
me to the
didn't he?
moon.
I didn't mean it, Quavers.
How are you
You know
doing,
it didn't.
Graver?
I
All
know.
the best.
He was
All the
If he
best,
didn't
mate.
have
reading
planned
the
it out,
comments wrong. So
he's
he
drunk.
was.
Ignore him.
know, love, that's what I mean. And then here's me. Why is he filling with me? I have
No,
a
he's
wake and
not.
bake with
He
him every
hasn't.
morning.
It's
As
just
you
the way
know, I know that there. I
it's
was
just
sure I
banter.
was talking to him. I was just doing that to get a bit of, what do you call that, publicity? Only
It's
joking.
just banter.
So it was. But no, we comments a wee bit behind, and he was reading them Quavers, and I
Yeah,
was
you've
going
got to
to
try
Yeah,
and keep up. That's another thing.
he's
That's
able to
another thing.
answer
he's
If
the
drunk. I
chat.
think
way
you're right. He
behind.
has had a few drinks, hasn't he, Quavers?
Yeah, he's in Barbara's sister's having his New Year's Day.
Ah,
Right.
his dinner or something. He's with
Yeah.
mum.
So he's in his
I
he's
love
in his
him in
neighbour's
the morning, but
sister's.
here he got my comment. I was saying the fan of the moon earlier. He got in the chat. He got my comment completely wrong. Quavers. I didn't mean it like that. Do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
no. He
Do you know what
said
I'm
that to
saying,
you
love?
before as well. He said to you it's all alright, and that.
What time?
Yeah.
What time was all this happening? Like, what?
It was not. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing big. It's
It's
not
not
people.
serious. No, it's just a
It's
joke.
just a little
I wrote a joke in the
misunderstanding.
comments.
So
He
who
read
did
it.
the like late shift after 12 o'clock last night? Who was the
Oh
most?
my
Who had a lot
God!
of people in?
Flavors didn't go to bed till about 7 this morning. He got pee-bombed by Crinkle.
Oh, never.
Fucking
He
hell.
did.
Who did the
Crinkle was
say
on
the
the
word
panel.
like to let them on? Oh, he let Crinkle on.
Yeah, he was smashed out of his scone twice, and he was like, do you know when his head's bobbling and he just doesn't know what he's doing, and he's just pressed the button and then said, "Ugh, why is he on here?" Got onto that, he let him on himself. Do you know what I mean? And then people were just saying to Crinkle, it's not right what you do to everyone, and are you going to change? You're not going to be this porn bomb. He went, I'm not like that anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then porn bomb, blah.
Fucking hell. I mean, he's honestly, yeah. You know when Flavors is, what's Flavors using?
Pardon?
Does Flavors use a tablet, Quaver? You know, is it like a big screen where he uses?
Yeah.
All right, so it must be easier for him to like move to like see things and that.
Yeah.
Not
It
really.
was right on the screen, won't it? If he's
I struggle to see
tablet.
It's just I come in like 10 seconds behind and them all. It's my I go through the TV, you see, and then that's what I was
all the best,
saying. I'm 10 seconds behind you.
Are we doing
Right,
that?
I'm good, mate. I've been asked to do a favour for somebody. Phil asked me, can Belfast Jay put his number in the back? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, man. Yeah, can you do it between yourselves now?
I won't look at it.
I was
forgot about that.
just coming back from a jog.
All my details, it's my real name and this is my real number. Does my number not come up?
Don't worry, mate. I certainly wouldn't pass it on to anyone other than the person you've asked for it to be passed on to.
How long did they learn how to do this?
I did see that in the chat earlier, but I didn't know whether you were messing about there. I thought you were messing about.
There's a lot of Belfast people in the chat, you see.
I've just got back from a jog.
I said, no, it was I said,
Been on
the job, Norris,
I said,
lad.
is
A
North
jog?
Belfast accent different than East Belfast accent?
I think
And here's
it
the-
must be.
Here's hello, it is. So it is.
What's
Because
South
Liverpool's different.
Oh, you're
Yes,
getting
Tim.
here.
Happy
Sorry.
New Year.
All
Happy
Big
New
up,
Year.
Tim. Happy New Year.
right, Tim. Is that Tim?
Yeah, all
You
good,
wee
mate.
turncoat.
I'm only on
That's
the
where
phone
we all
because I can't
be
get on the
sweet.
cell.
How's about, mate? Everything all right, mate? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Stick us that number in, brother. I need to shoot off. I'm half dead. I've
Yeah,
just
you
got
put
back
the
from a
number
jog.
in the back. Jay, I don't even know what this is about,
I
right?
don't know
But
how to
Jay,
do
are
it.
you?
I'm not that computer savvy.
Apartment.
Hold on. See, last time I gave him the number online, the phone didn't fucking stop.
Don't worry, mate. I wouldn't ring it myself, and I'll just pass it on, mate.
Are you free
Notice
tomorrow?
I'll sort that out. I'll sort it out.
The
If he
QE1
wants to do
snooker
it,
club.
mate.
I'll be in the QE1 snooker club all day
Don't
tomorrow.
know if Phil's still in the
Tell
chat.
him.
I don't know.
Tell Phil
What's go?
I'll be in the QE1 snooker club. It's in East Belfast all day tomorrow.
Fill the beads.
No, I'm just saying. Just nobody
That's
gives
his
a
name,
fuck as
isn't
long
it,
as
Phil
it's weed.
Graham?
Yeah,
You know
have you put your number in, or are you not doing it like Jay? I don't. Is that what
Flanders,
Norris is
I don't
wanting?
know how to do it. I don't know how to do it when I'm online, bro. You know, like,
Take
is there
Jay.
any way of fucking...
You've got Phil's number, haven't you, Moon?
No, he's got my
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, so just sort it with
Yeah.
if you can sort it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm being rude. I'm just half dead. I'm just going to jump in bath.
No.
Peace out, boys.
Yeah, I'll
Thanks for
get
having
it
us
to
on.
him. I'll get it to him. Like so. Just
I
quickly.
get it to me. Here,
Dave,
Phil's not
Dave,
that far. He's not
what's
that
going
far
on?
from me, bro.
What's going on
Mhm.
there? Is it beef there, or is it something else?
No. Phil's looking a wee bit of old school smoke, right? And Phil doesn't live that far from me, mate. You know what I mean? So I'd sort him out, mate. You know me. I'd help anybody out, mate, if they're stuck. I don't even want money or anything. Fucking sell drugs. I give them away.
So there's no beef or anything there, is there not? That's what it sounded like, a call out or something. I thought, what's going on here?
No. It's just I don't know how to work that. Like, while I'm on talking to you, I don't know how to get the number up. I thought it would have came up Flan the Moon. That's what I said. Then Flan the Moon, put it in the back for you.
Right. Well, if Phil's still in the
Big up,
chat and
Darryl.
he knows what tells me what to do, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's all right.
'cause-
Yeah, sure. I'd be I'm going to play snooker all day tomorrow, so the Q1.
Yeah, how's it going, Ted?
Tell you
How's it
what,
going,
see
mate?
this old school smoke,
Not too
mate?
bad at all.
I got this of a 69-year-old man. You know this fucking house here I'm smoking right now in a pipe. And I'll tell you what, man, it is fucking strong. I fucking ate a bit of it last night, and I was fucking, I was red-eyed every 10 o'clock.
You want to leave those mushrooms alone.
What, bro?
You want to leave those mushrooms alone.
Oh, fuck, I'm taking a wee break from the mushrooms and tolerance
Yeah.
too high. So
Don't
it is.
blame you.
You'd have them
I
not
know, I was
many times.
raging. All my mates were tripping their balls off, and I had the same amount. And I'm only seeing fucking lasers. I want to see fucking make-believe shit, cartoon shit, and all. Cars with eyeballs and all that. You know, like that film. No, where's the film? Like the bunny rabbit gets. Remember the film? They made a film with a bunny rabbit on it.
Roger Rabbit.
Yes, Quavers. I want to go to that type of fucking seeing shit. So there you are, cat. Rod, you got it, Quavers. Roger Rabbit. See that?
Was it that?
You got it, Roger Rabbit.
Was it?
That was some movie, wasn't it?
You know what? I don't even think I've seen that film, mate.
Have you not? Fuck, you have
Yeah.
to watch that. That's what you call taking
Have you seen-
LSD.
Have you seen
Roger
Fantasia?
Rabbit.
Fantasia. Wow, that's going back a
Fantasia.
while. The original one.
Yeah, the original.
Oh,
Wow,
Have you seen
that's,
it?
right, isn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's on YouTube still, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. That's where I got it from YouTube.
See, I was
The old
stupid.
one.
I
You like that,
Daryl?
what's
See
it?
until I
What?
learned
Because
this year.
all
I
them
was banned
original
off on
ones,
iTunes.
all
I
the
like
original
all the
Disney
stuff in it.
ones are all like. You think them stories and that, and the animation back in that day, they were brilliant, weren't they? Classics, all of them.
What do you think's the
Disney,
best one ever? What would you say your best Disney movie?
the Disney ones.
I'm gonna hit you with a cracker
Oh.
here. Lady and the Fox.
I don't know.
That was probably Bambi.
Have you heard Lady and the Fox?
Bambi for
I
me.
love that fucking movie.
man, I couldn't even think, mate.
Dogs eating the fucking the spaghetti. Oh fuck, that's some movie.
Lady
Watership
and
Down's
the
good.
Tramp.
Champ's
Tim
good
likes
as well.
Watership Down.
That one, Jay. Lady and the Tramp.
That's
Yeah.
it. Fuck, I said it.
101 Dalmatians are there.
That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. I stung the fuck out of you. So, you know, I meant to say Lady and
When
the
they're eating the
Tramp.
spaghetti.
What did I say?
I don't know.
I know. Fuck, that's what I meant. Oh, I love that Disney movie.
What about that one?
Do you know what made me cry? No, the only movie that has ever made me cry is fucking you know the one with the rabbits, Watership Down.
Yeah.
I'm not the
That
only
made
one.
me
then.
cry.
No.
The black rabbit
Babe.
came and took the white rabbit and all of it. Oh,
That's Babe, the pig in the city. That
Oh,
makes me
yeah.
I
cry.
watched that in the LSD and I was crying my eyes out.
I love
And then
all
the
them.
mate took 2 trip seats and sat and
No,
watched.
man, if you
fucking
want to
Watership
cry at
Down.
a film,
That's what
if you want to
call
cry at a
depression.
film, Bigfoot and the Hendersons. Oh, if you don't
Oh,
cry
wow, yeah, that's amazing.
That's
That's
all.
old. Feel that?
at the end where he
Yeah.
punches him and tells him to go. Oh, mate,
No,
like I'd swallowed an apple.
Jack Frost though, that makes me a bit tearful. Is it Jack
Oh, yeah, has that been on this
And-
Crimbo? Like,
Yeah,
I don't think it has.
yeah,
Oh,
it
it has,
has.
is it?
yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's
on
where
like
he's
a
a
couple of
ghost,
days
isn't he?
before.
Comes
I'm
back.
It wasn't on
I'm
Christmas.
melting.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
good
sad,
film,
isn't
that,
it?
like. Yeah, it's like.
That's what we were talking about the other night. Best actor. Who did you say best actor?
Well, you know what? You know, if I'm looking for a film to watch, say
Right.
I've got like 100 films to choose from, I'll always go for the actors, the bigger actor, because
Yeah.
some actors
Who
just
who
do.
would you call?
Johnny
Who do
Depp
you
for
call
me.
your mom that done Piggy Blinders? Kieran Murphy or Colin Murphy? Is it?
But he's
Who done
like,
Peaky Blinders?
he-
He's some
he's
actor.
not like, he is, but he's not in many Hollywood films and that at the minute, is he?
No, but he
Yeah,
will be
and the
soon.
Jungle Book.
Anything with, well, you know,
But
that's,
see,
you know, that's
see, Peaky Blinders, mate. See, when I first
Yeah.
watched it, Bill, I thought it was a bullshit. Now, you look it up, mate. It is true. There
Yeah,
was a gang
wasn't
called
it
the
filmed in
Titanic
Liverpool?
Boys. And there was a gang called the Titanic Boys from Belfast. It's fucking mad, that, isn't it? They made it into a fucking movie. Or not a series, even, sorry.
You have the
Oh,
Billy
yeah,
Boys in there as well.
I was
Jay.
looking it up today. See if you go on YouTube and take them in the Titanic Boys. They all went to the Somme and they came back with their heads all fucked up and fucking just started shooting people in Belfast.
Have
I
you
don't know
seen-
what the fuck happened in
Have you
Belfast.
seen First Blood with Stallone?
Oh,
very
yeah,
first
First
one he
Blood,
done.
yeah.
Yeah,
mean-
cracking film.
Yeah, they were like, and did he write that film as well?
I think he
Yeah.
did, didn't he? I think he did.
So,
Because
see
he
if
wrote
you
all
like
the
it,
Rambo.
Stories as
that's
well,
some
Leslie.
fucking thing.
He wrote
Tell
all
us
the
about
Rambos,
some
didn't he?
true stories.
Yeah, what a film that was.
And all the Rockies. You know, when you think about it, he was some boy, yes, Stallone, you know, when he thought of all the stories for Rocky, he totally directed it, acted in it,
Yeah.
won an Oscar for it. And then he's still acting now, you know what I mean? He's like Clint Eastwood.
What age
He's
is
another
he
one.
now?
He's got to be getting on a bit.
Man, what age would he be?
What was that film when they were all in it?
Stallone. He's got to be in his
Oh,
mid-60s, and he's Stallone.
Mid-60s.
If not older.
Unstoppables.
What age
wasn't
is
it?
De Niro now? 70s? He's
I
late
don't know, but
70s?
he's another one who made that transition from like a quality actor, and then he went over to the comedy side, didn't he? And he was the first one who made it work. You know, the like serious actor in a
See that
comedy.
one, what is it?
Meet
He's
the
the dad
Fockers.
looking
Meet
after
the Fockers.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that's,
it.
that's fucking outstanding.
Yeah,
Well,
Meet the Fockers is another one.
He got some kind of disease, hasn't he? That's why he's got like that lisp. I forget what it's called, but Stallone, that is like, yeah.
He done some good gangster movies like too. We did
He's 70.
Casino.
Like Daryl said.
Casino, Goodfellas. Fuck, I could name about 10. I've got about 10 of his movies here. I've got pictures of them on the wall here in my house, what do?
I've missed loads of people giving shouts out in the chat there. Toy Story from Daryl Adams. Aristocrats. E.T. made Leslie cry.
Fucking hell.
Leslie cry. Leslie cry.
So Leslie's comment there, right, is E.T. made me cry, right? 2 comments
That's a
later,
cracker.
she's put, I like true movies.
Oh,
And yes,
E.T.
such a
is
good
real.
word.
E.T. took me to the moon, you weren't
She's a belter on Leslie.
You know,
Here,
who
have
was
you
it
heard of
last
this
night?
singer? Here, tell me,
What's that?
sorry, go ahead.
Who was it last
Yeah.
night who came on the cesspit and proper told Gambino and was saying E.T. go home and that?
Where's your plug sockets, Gambino?
I tell you it was Gail. It was Gail.
I know Gal jumped on, didn't she?
Yeah, she put a camera on and it proper done Gambino in, didn't it? Because I think Gail was all like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
going
classic,
to your
that.
date with Lance Wolves. Remember, I was in the top corner and he muted me and he kept talking to you and Shale. So he did, and the cunt muted me. I was above you, you know, on the screen. So that was me in the wee square above. But I was muted. Remember, I said this some cunt keeps muting me. He was going to the Celtic top, remember?
Oh,
That was funny as fuck. And
You
Shale was
can
going,
unmute
no,
yourself,
man,
right?
I think Cameron.
You
Right.
can unmute yourself, Jay, if you want, you know, if the host mutes you.
I know how to do all that, bro, but I didn't want to. Here's me, it's just
Wonder
that
if
them
he's
talk.
supporting
No,
tomorrow.
Quavers and
Talk to her
Shale had him
Rangers.
wound up the fuck. Quavers and Shale had him wound up the fuck, and I was sitting beside him up in the corner. And
You
I
gotta be
just-
Celtic.
Tim, he supports
It was funny. It was funny. That was funny.
He doesn't
Quavers,
know
it
what
was.
to support. He needs to support his legs.
Support anybody
Tell
buys him a
people
ticket.
Crazy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
YouTube, you can't write any of this shit. Like, can you?
You can't.
What
Like,
time-
I've never
fucker.
known someone to
Everything watch
support
TV no
both
more.
like both teams. God.
What time were you up till, Tim? What time did you give up?
I tried a live. I done a live for 6 minutes last night. There were 3 people in there.
6 minutes.
I'll have to watch that one back.
Oh, fuck, you know. I
You might
thought, why
have to
do I
go on
fucking
your
bother?
live. Yeah, I didn't know you done lives.
Yeah, I do now and again. I had one up to date for 12 o'clock, then I moved it to 5, then I moved it to 8, and now it's on tomorrow.
Here, have you not seen mine, mate? I'm going to Netflix next, so I am. Mine on the Glader in Belfast. Going to
Is
get
Netflix any
mushrooms.
good? We all have Netflix, right?
yeah.
But does anyone
Nah,
think
fuck
Netflix
Netflix.
is great? Or
No, Netflix, I
What's
got
mine,
Netflix.
Yeah.
what's it famous for? I know it does knock some good series out with good actors in, doesn't it? Like, you know, ones that you won't get on TV.
There's a new one at the minute
And
called Mind
are they
Hunters.
funding? Are Netflix
For the
funding
FBI.
films as well now? Do they fund
Yeah,
like films?
Yeah. They're doing it. The Larry Irish films at the minute, so they're on Belfast.
So they must be making money.
They stopped
They've got like a film
They stopped
studio
that
down
for
where.
months as well, didn't they? They stopped it. Because you could have it for a month free, can't you?
Oh, right, yeah. But the good thing about Netflix, the selling point about Netflix is that you can pay like a little bit extra and get like 3 devices,
yeah,
can't you?
right,
And them devices
Yep.
can be anywhere. Doesn't have to be
Alright.
in your house. So
That's what
basically,
I'm saying, friend. I mean,
getting it 3
I was on the
times.
Glader, and you can plug it
You
into
know what I
this
mean?
fucking strange bus in Belfast. That looks
Well,
like
you
a
can do
fucking-
that anyway.
Yes,
If you got if you got your email address, you can give that to someone. And
Yeah,
your
that's what I mean,
password-
Tim.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
That's
get
what I
me
mean.
a hotel
That's
to
what
log
I
in.
mean.
Emails, I don't even know how to work email, mate.
I mean, I don't know why Netflix do that, because surely they're losing money there. That's like, I know
Yeah.
they're getting a few extra quid a month off you, but
They're talking about putting adverts in it, friend of the moon now, so they are. No
Well-
adverts on Netflix, it'll price. Nobody will get it if they put adverts on it.
it's just the little touches that Netflix does. Like, you know, when an episode finishes and the titles are on for like about 2 minutes before the next episode,
True.
Netflix will Netflix will automatically ask you if you want to skip it all or.
Do you know
It'll just-
on your Netflix, do you just get UK series as well?
Yeah, you
Does
do.
it work
Ones
on
do.
mine?
That's what I mean. They're making
Does it
dramas
work
and
on mine? I
stuff.
only get American stuff.
Yeah, I prefer all the English stuff,
Well, it
me. Like,
seems
I
every
can't get
That's
away
what
with
I
it. Like.
mean. Because I've
Uh,
said to my mum, there's something wrong with that. What do you mean?
uh,
It's only showing me American stuff. Doesn't show me
Right.
nothing in no English or nothing like the UK
Well,
stuff.
Prime, I got the Prime one where you plug in the back of the TV.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
First,
Yeah,
Something.
that's what I use.
but Netflix that comes through through a wire, doesn't it? It's got nothing to do with Sky, has it?
No, it's not.
Comes through your
Sky.
phone,
Check
lad.
that to be for me. It was a con. Sky looking 120 quid. Ballock. Netflix is fine. Fuck all those when you put the first out in.
1 sec, guys. We've got a special guest.
Oh,
Good afternoon.
Good
Hello, can
afternoon.
you hear us or not?
Good afternoon.
Aye. No, I just thought I'd test
Good
your phone
afternoon.
out, that's all. See if your speaker and that and everything was working properly.
All fine, and your avatar's there. Well, it is for me anyway. Is everyone
All
else?
right.
see that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay then. Happy New Year, everyone. I'll be
New
off
Year.
yes,
now.
love you. New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Right. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Do you know how long she's had that
She's
phone for,
quick, isn't
guys?
she?
Do you know how long she's had that phone for? About 3 weeks.
Alright.
It's the only person who gets a phone, right? A brand new phone, and doesn't touch it for 3 weeks. Honestly, you know,
Yeah,
it is a
like
pain
when you
in
get
the
a new
ass.
phone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, though, isn't it? You know, when you have to,
Swap
you don't know if
everything
you're going
over.
to lose anything. And
Yep. I had to change the SIM cards over the other day. No, they're that small now. No, the SIM cards are that small.
yeah, the different sizes, aren't they?
Yeah, I had 3 phones and I put the SIM cards all in wrong because I was trying to find out what one that I had this all loaded up on, and I dropped it into my wee box and there's about 20 SIM cards in it, and I had to go through all them SIM cards to get back on the phone. I nearly died. I was going to take a heart attack. Swear to fuck, I was going through about 10 SIM cards in a box.
Imagine
We're
say head
from
button
away.
goal.
Oh, Quavers. I kept putting it up, man. There's no credit in this. You've been disconnected and all. And I'm going, I paid my bill last month. And then I rang O2 up and all them. You've got the wrong SIM card in. What? And then I had to go through them all, Quavers, to get the right SIM card, love. 10 SIM cards later, I found it.
Right, I got to jump anyway. Right, I catch you all
mate.
later.
Love you, Jay.
No worries. Isn't it amazing, like, when you just look at that bit of plastic and you think how much information's on that bit of plastic?
100%, Jay. I cannot believe it.
How the hell do they do it?
Even all my messages came back. See messages like, hello, how are you, mate? The fellow on the other side of town in Sunday Road. They even came back to me and it's just a message saying, hello, how are you? You know, it's not iCloud, mate, or on Google, it's called something else.
I know, yeah, I mean, the iCloud isn't even worth trying to explain that. Isn't worth it, is it? How the hell do you explain that?
Yeah, I bet you the government had all this technology years ago and just didn't sell it to the public. Bet you they had fucking iPhones years ago. Fucking sure, you seen one of that Mike Tyson fight? Mike Tyson shows you there's a guy standing with a fucking iPhone. Unbelievable. And they say it's conspiracy. No, I watched that. You can't see that, man. Mike Tyson shows you the guy standing with an iPhone.
I haven't, Jay, I don't think. What was that?
Mate, Mike Tyson's last fight, professional, in the ring, mate, there was a guy standing with an iPhone, but it was in 1990. It was 1990, so there was no iPhones. That's why Mike Tyson believes in all that conspiracy shit. And he got me on DMT.
Oh, I've never seen
Joe
that.
Rogan's comments. See Joe Rogan, he was on there. He came up my thing at daily notifications. And I had it. I was the first one, no, like you could really talk to him and Joey Diaz. No, I used to log in that the Church of What's Happening Now. He called it. Oh fuck, that's what need to be fucking more LSD. And
Big
we
up
sit and use it,
DVD,
it's
big up
nuts.
Diane.
It's like sitting we use now, only it was an American one, you know, and you could sit in the chat. Oh, I was saying, he was on one earlier. That's Black Girls. It goes, hey, motherfucker, I'm going to beat you. Oh, there's VJ from Northern Ireland. What? Who the fuck's that motherfucker? Flavors kicked you out? Because I was raising quavers out. I went over to hers. And here she is. Who's this motherfucker? Quaver kicked you out, boy. He shot the window. I mean, no, he didn't shoot the window. No, he lives north of the water. He said, fuck the water, man. We jumped that pond. We start fucking past daycares. I stick a knife in that motherfucker's ass. Is me no, it's not that what love. Here, Quavers, you have to go to my subscriptions and subscribe there. She's fucking brilliant. She's from New York. She's from New York, Harlem. She's from Harlem. I talk to her every night. She goes, there's that wee Irishman, yeah. He's wee Irish. He's from Belfast, motherfucker. And I go, like, where are we that? When you think about it, Britain and Liverpool and all, and where we're all from, it's like a wee dot. But we would fit in there a million times into America, you know what I mean? And
you know what film I watched yesterday, Jay? You know what film I watched yesterday? The General. Have you seen that?
I made Martin Cahill.
Yeah, The General. Yeah. Back in there.
What's that, Darryl?
He was brilliant.
I can't say
Flaming the
it.
Moon, the General. He tortured the pillars. He had them tortured.
Oh, he was a genius, wasn't he? He took pissed the police right up.
Bank robberies. He was the man. Was it the black and white version or the colour version?
Yeah, black and white. Black and white.
Black, mate, that's it. That's the one. So it is. That's the one.
Yeah.
What's
Darryl about here? Tulsa King. What's that?
He didn't fly stab him.
Not sure what that is. Tulsa King. I haven't watched that.
Neither have I. Is that on Netflix?
That the one with Sylvester Stallone in it?
Like? Just run next door to get cigarette papers.
No worries, man. No worries.
2 wee seconds.
How's it going, Quaver? You're all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sober? Been sober, haven't you? I've been listening to you today on there. Watched Andrew J. You've been watching that, haven't you, most of the day?
Since Boxing Day.
Did you see anything? I mean, I mean, let's face it, Gamer has put his camera on for the last 2 days, hasn't he? Which is a bit mad.
I know.
But, I mean, he's been entertaining. Love him or hate him, you know what I mean? And he, but yeah, Torbs, do you know much about Torbs, Quaver? Because Torbs is from where I
live. He was coming in on Andrew, wasn't he? I've never heard of him before.
Over the last few days, I've seen more of Torbs than I have in a year. And he's best mates with Nutter, you know, Nutter.
Yeah.
Best mates with Nutter, and he's from like Middlesbrough, where I live. But I knew he had a channel, but I just don't. I might start watching it now because you know what I mean. He's a decent bloke. You can see he's decent. He's
yeah.
You know what I mean. But yeah, they're all having a pop at each other today. I don't think anyone come out the winner on that one or anything.
Just going in at each other all the time on that channel.
No. How long's it been going? How long's Andrew been going on this live? Like, is it been a long one?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, that's me back.
My notifications don't work.
Yeah, everybody's being nice.
Sometimes they don't come on.
Yeah, my street's being nice tonight. I went next door to get cigarette papers and he says, oh, yes, Terry, love. And see, the night before it was...
Happy New Year, Smithers. Happy New Year, sir.
I had her Hank bounced off my window and hit her fucking tire, and she's screaming me on a flat tire. How's that my fault?
Yes, chopper lad.
Yeah. It's Stalin, isn't it? Only in fucking, as say the fucking word. You know what I mean?
Jay's getting the blame for everything.
Right. But when they get there with a bullet, and see one of the pallets, went into the girl's fucking car next door, and I'm getting, and here she is, that's your fault. Here's me hitting another one in there now, and asked her for skins. Here she is, there's skins. Here's me, how the fuck's that my fault? How's that my fault? Think about it. Flaming the Moon, everybody agreeing with that. Isn't that Jay's fault?
Dave's here, mate. You know Dave Smithers. Everyone knows how Dave.
Dave Smith? Oh, I got confused the other night, Dave. Sorry, bro.
Nah, listen, I was in a bit of a mood,
You were
Jay.
on, you were on Darrell's. We were all on Darrell's. I wasn't talking to you, bro. I was talking to ETO. You know, you thought I was talking to you, bro.
I'd just got off the cesspit having a ding dong with that ash string, and I jumped in
yes,
there.
Yes, we're all fighting, but we were all tripping.
Hang on then, Jay. Jay, let Dave say what he's going to say, mate. I think he's go on.
Ahead,
I jumped straight onto Darrell's after fucking having a ding dong with Ash on the cesspit, and I was a bit hyped up, and I took things the wrong way, mate. It was me more than you.
Yeah, there you go, Jay.
No, man, it was me too.
That's Dave. Like, if Dave realises he's wrong, Dave will be the first one to say he's wrong. You know
Dave
what I mean?
wasn't wrong. Dave was just quiet, and then we over.
Well, he wasn't wrong, like he said. It was I watched all that. I didn't see you go back on Darrell's, Dave, but I knew you were hyped up from the cesspit. But I heard that sometimes you go in chats in the panels, like, aren't to your taste. You know what I mean? And
Dave, I only seen
that's right.
You know, the one
you've got to be in the right mood. You know what I mean? You've got to be in the right mood. Like half an hour ago, right? If an hour ago, if you'd have told me an hour ago, I'd be sat talking to Dave Smithers, Jay Belfast, and Quaver
all around the world.
I wouldn't have believed you. But that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You don't know who's going to go on a panel.
Here, it passes 10. There's me. I haven't smoked a joint in near an hour. How long did you let's say? I'll tell you the time now.
Make you smoke more.
I'm
you had a good day, like Dave, or how did last night go, mate?
At the minute, it sedates me. No way cross makes me like hyper. See this stuff? It's like Colin.
Dave, you've got to be quick with him, Jay, to get a word in.
Just wait for a little. Usually get a 2-second gap, and then you've got to jump in.
I'm just being polite. It's called manners.
Oh, no.
I know that's happening your night, so it was, yeah.
It's for Belfast, man, innit? You know, you've got to
we've all got, what do you call it in Belfast? Fucking 88 or something, and post some nights to. It's all letters, it doesn't mean nothing. That's what we thought often.
What time did you give up this morning, Dave?
What, mate? I've been on the bar all night. No, I went to bed at 10 o'clock, and then I got up and went to the bar at 5 o'clock. So that
I'm going to sec, Jay.
Yep.
1 sec, Jay.
So my Wi-Fi
Dave,
was connected to the bar's Wi-Fi. Quivers, that's why my mic was going off on me. I'm fighting trolls. And no, I thought I was muted. I wasn't. You and thing were on sale, and I was above you. It wasn't. It was because my Wi-Fi was connected to the bar. You know, until me behind me.
The Wi-Fi is connected to the knee bone, isn't it?
I'm connected.
How are we doing, Dave? Dave, how are you doing, mate? How's your day gone today? How's your day gone?
A bit stressful, mate, but bearable.
Did you say you had your last joint when, Dave? So you haven't had a joint all day, mate?
No.
Good man. Well done, mate.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pulling my hair out, mate. It's not even been a
full day. I bet.
Like, do you remember last time I can remember not having a joint? The last day I went without having a joint about 18 years ago, mate.
Ow.
And that's why. I've smoked every day for about 18 years.
You know what? Hang on a minute, Jay, right? Jay, hang on a sec, right? So Dave, if this works, right, you remember you did this over a year ago when you stopped the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if today is the first day, and a year from today we're looking back and saying, remember that day that first day when I didn't have a joint? Like, if you do the same as what you did with the other stuff today, that'll be what's going to happen. But I know it's going to be hard, mate, and for you to even say that, it shocked me when you said you were going to give it a go, mate.
Can I say something, please? Say something, please? Well, why, Dave? I'd rather everybody smoke weed and drink. You see, when I go to parties and everybody's drinking around the city centre, there was a guy stabbed in a nightclub. It was all over drink. But see, when we're sitting smoking weed, everybody has a laugh and the music sounds good. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to put you on the weed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you're off fair play to you. But me, I need to have a wee joint every morning.
Yeah, Jay, this is different though for Dave, you know what I mean? This is like a big thing, you know what I mean? He's got clean of other stuff and turned his life round, and this is like the last hurdle. Plus, I mean, I know.
Tell us how hard it was, mate. It was hard.
Getting off, I was on the methadone for 17 years and the heroin for 6 years.
I was on it for about a week, just that green shit. Oh, I know what you mean, but it's hard, bro.
Do you know what I think though? Personally, I think I'm going to find it hard coming off the weed than I am that, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Weed does you no harm, bro.
No, do you know what it is, Jay?
He knows all that. He knows all that, Jay. He's just
fed up with it. Something else. Understand?
I'm trying to look at the bigger picture. I'm spending fucking 75 quid a week on weed. Do you know what I mean? That's £300 a month. Could be going to my kids.
That's got to be in the top 3 reasons of packing anything in, like, hasn't it? If it's costing you financially, you know you can use the money elsewhere.
See what's I'm giving. I'll send you fucking weed, bro. So well, I've got fucking enough here to fucking keep a mountain going.
Oh, Jay, hang on.
I'm just worried about COVID. See if COVID hits again. At least I have 2 kilos or 2 boxes sitting in front of me, and it's fucking near fire. For fuck's sake, I'm sitting hanging top with the pipe. Oh, fuck me. But Dave, don't you really tell me. Fucking money, mate. I'd send you fucking weed, bro. Being serious, he's laughing.
Yeah, I know, right? But I can get you plenty of people who love your weed, Jay, right? But Dave won't be one of them.
If you don't want to do it, mate, fair play. Mate, I respect that, 100%. But Framing, the minute you see him, you need to be joint in the morning just to get the music on and fucking shit.
Try to pack drinking in the morning, actually.
Smoking all
day.
See,
I smoke it all afternoon. I can't do nothing. But I just take a wee joint in the morning. I love music for about half an hour, and then I go get ready and all, and then I go out and do what I've got to do, and then I come back about 9 or 10 o'clock, and I would smoke again. Do you know what I mean? That type of way.
Yeah, Dave, are you ahead? Like, why haven't you got your avatar on, mate?
I don't know, mate.
How come you're a D anyway? When did you become a D? How was that?
Well, my name's Dickhead, isn't it? So
someone change it to Dickhead.
That's what it should be. Dickhead Dave. DD.
No.
Yeah, but have you not done anything? Have you not changed any setting though? Because you use it's either your avatar or your camera normally.
No, it has been D sometimes, mate.
I wonder what that is then. That's weird. That.
It keeps flicking back. I keep having to put the avatar back on it for some reason.
Yeah.
Where's my wee hanger come up, lads? No, my wee avatar. Trippy Pastels.
Yours is just a J, I think. What have you had?
I know, but no, I've got one Trippy Pastels. That comes up LSD, Trippy
you know
Pastels.
What I've just noticed? Look what we've got on the panel. We've got a DJ Moon.
Keep going, dear.
DJ Moon.
Oh,
I tell you what, we've had some bad rapping, haven't we? What about Wingerding and Gamers rapping last night on the cesspit?
I fell asleep. For fuck's sake, I was trying to watch everything on 2 different screens.
Not surprised, I just...
Do you know what I heard? That's all I heard,
I tell you what, that was like surreal. That was like, that was too weird.
I'll tell you what made me laugh when Matty went, that was good, that was Gamer, nice one.
This is what I'm on about.
Gamer was on. When did I watch that? I remember saying you friend me went to bed at 10 o'clock. I just remember this now. Gamer came on with his real face and all for a change.
Last night?
And fucking,
last night on the cesspit.
Oh, he was high as shit. See, I would lie with the TV on one screen, the iPod and the oar, and when I'm talking to somebody, on this one, and I was just lying trying to go to sleep, and I thought I was fucking dreaming when I was hearing all that. No, he was going, where is he, in fucking Spain or something?
I tell you what else was funny, Dave. Did you see Zeus last night? Jim, no. Some of his comments and that on the cesspit were hilarious last night. I was seeing double, like, so I couldn't type back, but I was laughing my head off.
Mate, that's the way I was last night, bro, and then I fell asleep. I was fucking, like, I was sitting on Archie and Suffolk, and they would let me on because I wouldn't have a drink. But, know what I mean? I said, I'm just getting stoned the fucking night and just watching you all. Well, they were playing music, just humming off. But in the chat, I kept writing, let Jay on. No, everybody's going to let Jay on. But no, Jay's not.
No problem, Leslie.
I was just a little hang. I'll have no wee pint now. Fly me the moon. I'm drinking this stuff. It's like, no, you would call pure apple, or what do you call pure apple juice?
Yeah, big up, Darren.
Happy New Year there. JD. BBB, Happy New Year to you and your son, Fighting Irish. Big up.
BBB, you're my G.
Yeah, so, one sec, Jay. So, Dave, what have you been doing to keep yourself, like, occupied today? Your mind, anything different?
That's what I need to do.
No, nothing really. Just carried on as normal, but instead of having a joint, I just had a fucking ciggy instead.
See, that's weird. I've never seen you smoke a cigarette. I don't think, a proper cigarette.
I know, mate. I know. That's my way of doing it, I suppose.
Dave, I don't mean that, but man, seriously, man, seaweed, man, it's a fucking plant. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. It's just
I think Dave's just like Dave's just trying to do it for himself now. You know what I mean? He knows he's done it for years.
See me, fly me the moon. See the shit I've seen in Belfast, mate. I couldn't live sober, bro. That's a fucking, and I don't mean drink ways. I mean smoke weed. That just chills me out. But the doctor tries to give me them Valium pills and all. No, I'm not taking all that shit. But I would lie and smoke a joint, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't you think though, Jay, Dave, as well as it coming, one of these reasons for stopping is any of the reasons for stopping about what it's doing to your head or anything, Dave? Like anything that way? Is that one of your reasons or not?
As I'm hoping that it's going to help my mental health out as well, because for all I know, weed could be a big part of your health, and because I've not taken it, I don't know. I'm on medication for mental health, and hopefully, once the weed stops, I'll start feeling better in myself. And I can get off that as well. Get off the tablets.
They put me on what do you call them, Valium tablets. They put me on. The doctor put me on Valium tablets, and I started liking them too much, and then he took them off me. There were 10 milligram Valium tablets, and I tried my best. They were hard to get off, Dave. See, trying to get off them Valium tablets.
Well, look, you only have to. You can have a few pushes of your button on YouTube, right? You can sit, and there's a few good examples of what weed does to you if you smoke it all your life. We see it every day on here. We see it every day.
I'm not worried about that. Just Mike Tyson smokes it every day, so can I. I'm serious.
I'm pretty.
I could not walk to the shop sober. I wouldn't know. I don't mean sober drink ways. I mean like stoned. I like getting stoned. I was on the edibles and all yesterday, and I just love just getting stoned, bro. And I just couldn't sit being bored. If that makes sense to you, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why people take drugs because they get the bored, isn't it? Like a lot of time, you know what I mean?
You could call tomato
sauce. That's why when you're in prison, that's why when you go to prison,
yeah,
you're basically going to be on drugs because you've got nothing else to do there, have you?
Well, I got done for drugs in jail. I fuck it, sure, you're right.
But
see, next time I go to jail, next time I go to jail, I still get done for the offences that happened in the jail. I got caught with dope in the jail, right? And it was like a flying squad came in. They came in with all them helmets and all on, like fucking ninjas, and trailed me out of the cell. The guy in the cell squealed on me. So he said, what a fucking, I was sorting the cunt out. No, do you know what I mean? What do you call that? Fly. And I don't know what you call it in England, but I would call it fucking stupidity. What are you saying? Like, I helped the guy out. No, I fucking bought it. No fucking buddy to help him in the jail with fucking, what do you call it, money and I bought him fucking everything. And he went and squealed and I was fucking smoking joints in the fucking cell. Fucking, he was about 90, let on take a heart attack and all. I was making him cups of tea, right? I didn't know what a root meant, right? No, in jail. The first time I was in jail, They were going to me, what are you making that route cups of tea for? I thought they meant ball route in Belfast. That's a dickhead, right? But they meant paedophile. They meant pedo. It was my first day in the jail. I'd never been in the fucking jail before. I was lifted for assaulting a police officer. And fucking done for calling a judge a cunt. So I was. And fucking, I don't know, I just don't like the justice system because they were all on drugs. So you see this my solicitor, sure he got done with that cannon and shit.
Yeah, I've never been to prison there, so I can't comment on that.
You
Like,
just said you were. I thought you just said you were.
I'm interested in like
3 months. See, I'd rather do fucking 3 years and 3 months. Because see, 3 months, you think you're getting out every day. And then, but 3 years, you know, fuck, I'm here for 3 years. That's the longest I've done, like 3 years.
3 years. 3 years without what? Smoking weed?
No, 3 years fucking solitary confinement, mate. Fucking locked up on my own.
Oh,
for
right.
Getting caught with weed in the fucking jail. They thought I was selling it.
Yeah.
And they put me in what you call a dry cell, right? No, in case you have it up your ass, all that bullshit. I did. I had a fucking plug between the two of you. And I just, see when it came to the hang, I broke a bit off and just ate. I ate a half ounce of pollen, right? And just went to sleep for about 3 days in the dry cell. And your mom woke me up and he says, I'd never been in the jail before, you see. And here he is, see when we get you over, we're going to kick a ball to you. Right? No, unless you get the rest of that dope out. Here's me, right? Me dead on. And I went in that dry cell like a fucking, like a legend, man, like a ninja. I just went in myself and just lay there on a concrete floor for 12 hours. I got the hangs out, ate the fucking house, and then I went to the cell. And you throw lines out the one day in Belfast. I don't know what way it works in England. You throw lines out, or a drone would come. A drone would come, and they'd be all throwing the line out for the drone. And you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? Man, I couldn't even get a fucking light. And then you get some dead on screws, you know. See one of the screws? I had no fags or tobacco, but the guy in the cell next door to me did. And he sent me in, wrapped up in newspaper, a load of tobacco, a wee bit of fucking salad. You used to call it salad in England, don't you? Salad, ice. He sent me a wee bit of that in. And a fucking screw brought that to me. What? I was like, fuck, some of them are alright and some of them are bastards. So they are. Well, that's in Belfast. Well, Bagabry, it's about 7 miles outside Belfast. So
Dave, when you went to prison, Dave, was there any dodgy guards in there? Like, was it like what, you know, some of them who, like, think they're
Belfast, 90% of them are.
No, not really. I just remember one through in Glenparva when I was about 17, called Mr. Smith. He was in his 70s and he only did the night. He was night cloggy. He only worked at night doing the night shift. And if you ever wanted any joints passing about, he'd do that for you, not a problem. But
that's true.
He was the only one, really.
What, did the other screws not know he was doing that, or
no?
They just turned. It's dodgy though, isn't it? That really, when you think about it, he's like risking a lot there.
He's worked in jail for 30 years, Fly.
So he sort of like thinks no one will say anything to him anyway, you know what I mean?
You've seen when you add up all the years I done in jail there, which like it was 3 months, 6 months here, 6 months there, 2 months here. It all added up to 3 years. Mate, long would you say you've done? Mate, just I'm not being nosy, like, but would be like, you know, if you add up from your kid, how many times you've been locked up? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many years would you say, Dave? A lot.
What,
3 was bad for me. Like 3 was enough for me, mate, to stop crying.
Oh, in total about probably 6 years, 2 months.
6. Oh fuck, man, it's hard, isn't it? Even 3, mate, it's hard for me. A lot of people talk about 18, fucking. No, Hank, but that's they're what do you call it, institutionalized. I mean, see when you're doing 18-year sentence, you know you're fucked, man. But when you're doing fucking 3 or 6, man, you know what I mean? You know you're getting out. You know what I'm saying, bro? But you have to sort your shit out. Here, see my probation officer, see if she seen me on this here, she would fucking go nuts. And somebody will probably squeal there anyway. But fucker, I hear her. But here, see my probation officer, mate. I'm going over to Liverpool in 2 weeks, right? But I have to go and ask permission to leave the country because I'm still on recall. You used to call it recall, don't you? In England?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Jay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Jay. This is. I think we'll stop this convo soon because, if you were saying that, there's people on here who'll use that against you, mate. You know what I mean? We already seen what happened.
Yeah, I do not care, man. We'll change the subject and the narrative.
Because you care, mate. If you're gonna go,
no, I thought that's what the topic was.
Yeah, it was, but I didn't realise that what you just said at the end there about your own personal circumstances there. People have had that used against them, haven't they, on here, badly, you know what I mean? I don't want that,
In Belfast, everybody knows everybody, boy.
Yeah.
We've all been to deal with that.
Yeah.
Right when I was on this YouTube, I was going, how the fuck? I was seeing names that I knew from fucking jail.
Yeah. Dave, how many ciggies have you had there? How many joints would you have had?
I've had about 5, mate. Just have another one now.
So this is your 6th tab. Oh well.
Yeah. That's not bad, mate. To be fair, I don't think that's bad at all.
Yeah. You know what, mate? I'd love to. I don't even know what advice to give you, mate. You know what I mean? Because it is literally down to you, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. You know what it is, Fly? I always jump in at the deep end. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. I prefer to do it the hard way than the easy way.
So you haven't got any in the house, or
no?
Oh, right. Well, that's a good start.
That's the best way, isn't it?
Right, when you're waking up in the morning, yeah, and the first thing you're doing is rolling a joint, and then you're smoking all day, even while you're at work, and then you're smoking on the way back from work, and when you get in from work, and all night. Enough, mate. Enough's enough.
I know lots of people do that, bro.
Yeah, it's not. It's.
See, except your new contract.
You know what? That's up to anyone. It's up to anyone if they want to do that, right? But as a mate, I would as being Dave's mate, and his family and that, I know the benefits he'll get from wrapping it in. You know what I mean?
Another thing as well. I'm 40 years old, yeah, and the furthest place I've ever been, I've never been out the country. The furthest place I've ever been is Omni Jail in Warwickshire. The furthest place I've ever been is Omni Jail in Warwickshire. Yeah, that's the furthest place I've ever been.
I think it's been
the money that I could save in the next 6 months could pay for me and my family to go abroad next year.
There you go, mate. There's the top 3 reason to do it. You know what I mean? You need to fill your head with reasons why. You know, good reasons.
See,
and
it's different for me, mate. My family live in Spain, so I'm in Belfast on my own. Do you know what I mean, bro? So it's different for me because my wee dog lives in Spain. There's mine. Do you know what I mean? And I live in Belfast. So that's probably why I think everything's funny. But it's not really. Do you know what I mean, Dave?
Yeah, Jay, right? You have just overtook Coggo in being the most talkative person on a panel ever. You and Coggo.
I don't know. They told me I had ADHD when I was a kid, but I didn't know what it was. It means you're hyperactive.
Big up Coggo, lad. Well, you know, they were on about it early on, weren't the ADHD on Andrew J? So, somebody come up and...
I wanted the Swans channel too. No, there's all fake Swan channels. I talked to the Swan on Instagram, and I won fucking... Excuse me, but I didn't win nothing. I thought I was going to win a kilo of weed. No, I won fuck, what was it? Armchair offers. Best.
Where's he gone? Arthur?
He's
America.
He's moving out. He's going to be back in the new year with loads of new content. He's got a new studio and that he was saying.
He wants to do 200. He wants to interview Titch and me.
So talking about Armchair Arthur for a minute, right? So we all see he puts a suit on and all that, doesn't he? And he might have a pair of boxer shorts on underneath. You don't see the bottom half, but he gets into character, doesn't he? He gets into character for a night and goes on lives and stuff. That's a bit mad, isn't it? Really, when you think about it.
Yeah. No, he does hints. He does documentaries. You know, he makes Arthur knows a lot of people, you know, in the movie business and all.
Yeah, he's talent. I think he has got a bit of talent, hasn't he, Dave? Is that what you're going to say, mate? He's like,
he acts stupid, but he's not.
I like that comment of Mrs. Irish lot.
I did read that, you know. I meant to put that one up. That one.
Yeah.
I can't see it, Dave. Oh, that's yes, I know, BBB. What's it say?
Well,
I can't see it.
well, this is the one and only Fighting Irish's mother, isn't it?
Yeah, BBB's still on. BBB's alright.
And like, and
So
she's
me
been in the
BBB
chat a
used to
few
argue in the
times.
chat. I used to think BBB was somebody else. Didn't it, BBB? I used to argue in the chat.
God bless Mrs. Irish.
I thought it was no. Remember your man Gigi, or what do you call him? GGG, was it? I thought it was him. Oh,
no. I often I have to look twice to see if it's 3-8 because like I've got a sore eye today and
I'm stoned too, bro.
I've already got my you know on your phone settings, right? I've already got my font, my text at 50% more than normal. You know, in
I
chats
don't understand all that, man. I'm trying to learn it, like, you know.
You've done that, Dave?
What's that, mate? Sorry.
You know when you change the size of your text on your phone settings, so everything's bigger. I couldn't imagine going back to normal now. I wouldn't be able to see.
Mate,
are you watching it on the TV? Through the TV or through a monitor?
No, I'm using my phone at the minute.
I me too, bro.
But I do often watch live streams on my TV. I always watch live streams.
I thought they were winding me up when I said I can put my phone through the TV, but it's like 10 seconds behind. You know?
Yeah, they all like that.
No, you can't.
That's the one problem that you'll always have with anything like that. There's going to be a time delay, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
T1, how you doing, mate? Hey. So is that wig gone now, Dave? Has that wig gone, mate? Gone for good? It has, hasn't it?
It's strong.
Yeah, it's gone. It's in the bin. It's probably in the landfill now, mate. Yeah, look, big lad.
What are you doing, Dave? What are you throwing the bin, bro?
There's the big fella. Yeah, how's the big fella doing in his shorts? Because my shorts career is over, like. I can't get one going.
They're just starting to
Are you still putting them out every day, Dave?
I have recently. Yeah, they're just like they're hitting a couple of hundred in 10-15 minutes and staying at that.
What age is it?
See, I haven't even had one of them, Dave. Man, are getting like 30 and 40 and stuff.
What's that? Have you got a German snoozer? Dave? Is that a German snoozer? No. The wee dog? No, not that one. Did you not have a wee German snoozer there in the home?
The German Shepherd with a Polish passport.
I have German schnoozers. So Dave, I thought you had a wee German snoozer there, no?
It's the only Polish German dog.
Here, man, you know what German snoozer is, do you? It's a wee dog with a wee beard.
I can't picture them, mate. I'll be honest, I can't picture them, but
they're like a wee mini Carrie Blue. You know, like, do you know Carrie Blue?
Say again?
No, a Carrie Blue dog.
I don't, mate.
You see that?
Carrie Blue. I used to have a Carrie Blue, but it was vicious. I don't know how to get put down, Dave. No, Carrie Blue.
Dave
knows. Carrie Blue, Dave. Dave's heard of a Carrie Blue. Yeah.
I think they're like an Arabian dog.
What, man?
I'm sure they're like are they like an Arabian dog?
No.
A Kangol, is it? Kangol?
Carrie Blue.
Oh,
Carrie
no,
Blue.
I'm thinking
like Wire Fox Terriers.
So you talk about you start talking about dogs and
it's a good wee
travels all the way to Liverpool, doesn't it?
It's a good wee topic, like. I love dogs, you see. I've got two blue stuffies. I have two blue stuffies or Bull Terriers at the minute. But one of them stand, bro. Its wee legs are going. No, its wee legs.
There's the main man for dogs in this country, look.
Have you spoken to this fella before, Jay? Yeah, he's the top man on the dogs.
Is that British Staffy Bulldogs?
Yeah,
Staffies
yeah.
and Blues.
Liverpool Staffies and Blues. Is that Liverpool Staffies and Blues?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
on the
I'm
subject,
10 seconds
Staffy,
behind. No.
he's got some Staffy
I
cups
know,
ready.
yep,
as well.
he knows.
So if
He
anyone's
knows what I'm
interested,
talking about. Ask
hit him
Liverpool.
up on
You
Insta.
don't know what a Carry Blue is.
Hang on,
You
Jay.
just don't know what a
I'm going to say
Wireheart
Jay, so hang on,
Ask
Jay.
Staffies and
Hang on,
Blues,
Jay.
he'll tell you.
Hang on, mate. So
There's
he's
the
got some.
fireworks starting, lads. Look, here, can you see them in Belfast? There's all the fireworks, but they're starting now. What time is it even? It's not even 12 o'clock.
I know why they're going off now.
I don't know, man. It's just like,
they're a little bit late.
man, how can I throw the camera on, Moon? How do I put my camera on?
Ooh. Just press.
No.
You should have 4 options along the bottom. Mic, cam.
There's make, camera, chat, more,
Yeah,
leave.
Press the.
cam.
Just press the camera button.
Right, I'll do 2 seconds to show you when this display goes off. And then
Yeah,
you just, what do? You hit at the front camera?
The camera will be facing you when you first put it on.
Right.
Just if it's still facing you, just turn it the other way.
I'm not worried.
That'll be easier.
So we're not causing no harm to anybody, bro. We're just sitting having the yarn. You know what I mean? So, right, I've got it now, bro. What day? With the next one goes off, you got that fireworks going off like mad over there, no? Like, I live in the city centre, you know, right in the city centre of Belfast, and it's just constant. No, Titanic Quarter, you call it. There's a firework display tonight, Moon, and it's fucking no many fireworks they're letting off.
You know what? Like there's fireworks going off here now. There's fireworks going off here as well. It must be some other celebration.
What did I tell you?
There must be another celebration or something. What is it? 10 to 8?
Yeah. Hogman, what do you call that? Hogman. You know, Scottish thing. Hogman Day, is it? Am I right? Hogman fucking something. Oh, they celebrate this time.
Hogman Day. No, that was last night.
New Year. Oh, the New Year. Scottish people do it.
I don't understand all this.
They have it at a different time. Their New Year's different time than ours. When they do that, what do you call it? Hogman, isn't it?
Yeah, Hogman Day, yeah. It's just another word for New Year, isn't it?
I don't understand why.
That's what it is, man. You're right.
Why do you celebrate your
birthday? It's just a Scottish way of doing it.
You're a year closer to dying. Yeah. Why do you want to celebrate that?
I know, yeah, you're right, like Jade. That's when you get a 50, mate. That is what happens, like.
I'm not 50, you cheeky fucker.
What's wrong with being 50, like?
I'm 45, or kid. Here, yo, I don't give a fuck.
50 in 2 weeks.
Yo, I'm 45, mate, and I look about everybody hangs out fucking 28.
I know I don't look at Dave. That's what it is, isn't it?
I'm 22, Jay.
Yeah. No, that is. I was eating too much porridge, mate. Well, that keeps you healthy. I fucking just.
You know what? If I went to prison, that's all I'd eat. Probably porridge. I wouldn't be able to eat.
That's all I done, bro. That's all I done.
Well, yeah.
Cornflakes.
Honestly, I would starve. Like, I would starve, me.
What, in jail?
Yeah.
Sure, did I not tell you the story online about me the other week?
Couldn't even on that prison.
Belfast City Centre, right, lads? Yes, I'm in Witherspoons. I bump into a wee hippie. He gives me a present. I'm in Witherspoons. I walk out. I know where the fresh air hits you when you're having a drink. I went into the town Christmas shopping, right? Yeah. I came back with nothing, right? No Christmas shopping ways. I went into Witherspoons, had a drink, Moon, right? A wee lad give me a present. Mate, the policeman stopped me in the way up road and says, "Can I search you?" I had it in my hand, mate, and I ate the fucking present, right? It was fucking 5 Aussie tops. So it was, and here's a picture to me, right? You're going to fucking, no, he said, for doing that, you know, you made a contact of me, and it was on camera, and he sent me to Musgrave Street, mate, and I was sitting in the cell, tripping balls over 24 hours. I thought it was over 6 weeks. Here's to be
you took 5 tabs at once. What?
Mate, I've got to be 20 people going to confirm this online. So I have. And the Peter, here he is. Just because you've done that, the Peter was a cunt. He was younger than me. See, I'm 45. And I says, mate, you're 22 years of age. You ain't seen shit yet. And he was going, and policeman pacing it. And he was like, man, you haven't seen shit. You're only 21 years of age. Fuck's sake, you've only became a Peter. And he says, right, you're going to Musgrave Street. People know in Belfast what Musgrave Street is. Mate, they put me in the cell, man. I thought it was there, you know, for 2 weeks. I thought the Beatles was over with me, you know, John Lennon and all sitting in the cell with me. So that your man showed me the camera footage and me in the cell, you know, the next day, the pillar. Here he is, Jay. They must fucking know me. After me at my fucking times. I just love facing the police station. Here he is, Jay. Look at this. Look at you last night. He says we were in stitches, right? And then McGurr rang at the time, right? And says, "Hi, Izzy. Here's the Peter. What the fuck's wrong? What the fuck's wrong with him?" And here's the custody. He didn't know what does it. Here's he he's took fucking 5,000 fucking 2 Xanax. And fucking he's always not keeping for an hour 8 hours. She wouldn't give me bail. No way you can get bail, dude. She wouldn't give me bail for an hour 18 hours.
All I can say is don't fall out with Fighting Irish, right? Or that footage will be on the cesspit in a few weeks. Yeah, off his box in the cell.
Why are you all here each hour? Fighting Irish, I laugh at his videos, mate. He loves it. So
he's hilarious, man.
Yeah, he's not far from me either. We all live within a few mad fucking radius, for fuck's sake.
Fucking hell, lad. Don't mention Fighting Irish, mate. People will start ignoring you.
I know why is I know because sure I got accused of being Fighting Irish the other week. Who accused me of it? No, my voice just I don't know why. He kept going, oh, it was Gio, you Fighting Irish. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm Jay from Belfast, East Belfast. No, but what's Fighting Irish done wrong, lads? Because I haven't been catching up, you know, because I've been out on the
fight. He hasn't done anything wrong, really. He's
for fuck's sake, I like the wee video we done about shot from Archie, and the next thing she fell out of me, and then made up with me again. It's like childish to me, fucking moon man. No mean for
you know these videos that they're all doing, these clippers. They're doing them through an app. I'm sure it must be through an app. I don't know how it works though. It's like because.
Mate, I tell you how it works. I know how to do it, mate. People think I'm off, mate. I was on YouTube, mate. Fucking. When did YouTube come out? You know what I'm trying to look up, and you just won't believe it? Me talking to an American fucking rapper on Instagram. How would I find that? It's on YouTube, right? Me talking to a guy called King Von, right? For about 18 minutes. I'm talking to him on Instagram, right? And somebody recorded it and threw it on YouTube. I was able to get it and put it on my Instagram, right? But King Von fucking shot the other rapper, and now I cannot find that clip. Is there any way of finding that clip, man? Nah,
it will be out there.
I do not
be out there.
See the account I had at the time. I don't have the password for it. I can't remember how I set it up. It was just a thought. I never thought it was going to be on Instagram that long. I'm on Instagram from 2012.
It'll be out there somewhere, mate. But I'm
mate, that's in me, bro. I've only seen it once. It's a classic, mate. So me and him talking, he goes, "Slow down, Harry. Slow down, boy. Slow down, motherfucker."
Yeah, man.
Manny's in the chat, man.
22 at the minute, which is not bad, you know, considering. I mean, I think
that means you get 22 real ones, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Who else is going to sit and take their time to talk to haters like us?
Right, you know what it is, right? Dave, I don't know if you've noticed, but even the other day when there was 50 in, right, I bet I could have wrote down another 50 who used to come in here not that long ago. It's weird.
Yeah.
Have you noticed as well, Dave?
Yeah, well, if you notice, off the different channels, isn't there?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of channels about and that, and like, there is loads of live going on now. It's not just like you never get the face to yourself.
No, because them same people, mate, only go on them channels now. They don't go on no other channels.
Yeah.
I know you could start to go on channels.
It's up to them, innit? It's up to them. Like, there's channels I would like to watch a lot more of, but I can't. I never seem to fit them in.
Sorry, Chris, but here, remember you were saying everything. I thought, no, I get judged because I'm like I don't want to fall out with nobody on YouTube. But I love all the wee videos that just make about each other. You know what I mean? On YouTube idiots and all. I like them and all. And see, because I hit like on one video, that's the only time I ever got hit, mate, on YouTube. Because I hit like on that one fucking video. Because I thought it was funny, mate. Sure, I'm in it, but they've got a hand over my emoji. No, me laughing.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny, mate. I could have took it the wrong way. I'm like, you fucking bastards, but no, it didn't. Yeah, I thought it was funny, so I liked it. I think YouTube's just like funny. Do you know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you're learning every day on this YouTube, man. I'm learning every day, you know what I mean?
50% of people fell out with me over one comment. No, like on one comment. Because I thought it was funny, because it said something like, and I liked it because it was funny, and 20 other people liked it, and they all got banned.
Hey, well, let me just straighten this up. This is not John Smith, you know, guys. This is Trollwatch.
Trollwatch, he's good.
I know I've noticed it in a few other chats. People have been thinking it's John Smith, but I'm
Trollwatch. Moon, can you make a video, mate? Can you?
It's Trollwatch, aka John Smith's mental health advocate. I know, I think Darryl thought it was John as well. We got Trollwatch anyway. Trollwatch is going to do me some intros, I've heard, anyway, you know, for the channel. You know, like what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know how to do them? I'm learning how to do them, but I'm slowly learning it. Know how to make
apparently Trollwatch is the man for them, like.
Yeah. I always get hit with copyright. I said, why is that? Look, here that airplane. I just look inside the airport. Here that fucking plane. Holy shit, must be about one. Here, what's going to say this? See the wee videos. See making them. Can you do them, Moon?
I can't, no. I can't, but I know Trollwatch is behind Archie and Shuffling's avatars. I think he did them.
No, he taught me how to make them. Actually, reading my name up in this. Shuff. You wouldn't think, Shuff would be able to tell you how to fucking do wee videos and all. Yeah,
what's all this about? What's happened here, right? You know, when people have changed their names, and people have done that for a long time, but how come? Why they having to wait 2 weeks now to change them back? Is this a new rule or something?
Oh God, that's it. I was talking to Masters. He was saying about that, but I don't think.
You know what I mean?
I thought it was fucking what do you call it? Conspiracy theory. YouTube is.
No, people like Mouse Charge has been called Avaline for ages, and she keeps saying, "Oh, we've got 2 more days that I can change my name." I'm sure she didn't know that when she changed her name. I'm sure.
True.
Because change the name to make you wait 14 days now.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, that is it? Because it stops people.
No,
the best one was though the Stig. The Stig's been called Jaggy Thistle for 2 weeks. He's actually kept him offline.
I was talking to the chat.
It's kept him offline for 2 weeks.
Fucking hell! It's just
madness, everyone. He said the amount of times I've been blocked out for even writing anything in the chat.
Does that mean you lost all your videos, man?
When
can you get them back? No way, RT and Shuffling. They got all.
You know what? I don't know what happens when the channel gets took down. Whether that stuff's gone forever, I don't know.
No,
or whether they're just not allowed to put it up.
It came back yesterday. All the videos came back. Who's that? There's Julian online there.
Is he? Yeah.
Where the Julian's or what he's doing? He's sitting, chilling. Julian's getting fucking stoned.
Julian's one. Julian's one who I like.
See, right, I ain't talking to you tonight, Dave, bro. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to Moon, right? And at the top of my TV screen, it just came over, the different live, and I said I would go into it, talk the fucking hang. So I feel guilty if I fucking leave you two. You know what I'm saying?
Get yourself over there, Jay, honestly, because I mean I've never known anyone talk as much in their whole life, right, as you. But you're good, man. You're all good, mate. If you want to go over there, bro, you can come back here anytime you want, brother. Anytime you want.
But some people take it there personal. You know, in Belfast they do anyway when you go on streams, they take it personal. Like you were on his last night. I mean, I'm on everybody's.
I know all about that.
You know what, Dave? Sure,
recently,
I get shit for being on. No, I got a lot of shit for being on. And the thing, motorsports, because I was talking about the motorsports. I was on motorsports one night and I got a load of shit in Belfast with just even, just being nice. You know me, Dave. Sometimes I'm fucking stupid, and sometimes when I'm on the drink, I'm a fucking idiot. But when I'm smoking weed, I'm alright, Dave. You know what? But because I was on motorsports one night, I got a load of fucking shit. And I was like, fuck that.
Just make sure, Jay, anyone who comes on this panel, right, and has a good time, just make sure when you go on another panel, Jay, you say, I've just been on Moons there, and we had a great time on Moons.
I bring everybody up. I do it for Darrell. I do it for, like, yo, isn't that panel, Biz panel, no. But no, I'll go over and talk to Hank. I'll tune in for a couple of fucking minutes with you two, how you are, we talk. I just sang, what's the word? I'm stoned the fuck, RJ. Well, we're here. Well, Moon, thank you very much. And Dave,
man.
See, you were with me. I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to we Gio. Do you know what I'm saying? Before you were in the wee thing. You thought I was talking to you, mate. It wasn't. Me and we Gio were fucking arguing, breaking each other. All right, lads.
That's all good.
I'll just go
later, Jay.
Here, what do you think, Moon? The way you can do this on the internet, just bounce to it's like bouncing from one part of you to another. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. All right, lads.
Don't forget to big us up, yeah? Don't forget to big us up. Share the love. Woo! Fuck me. Dave, I'm massive respect for you for staying there, brother. Big massive respect to Julian as well. And the notification. Nah, he's all right, Jade. Like I've never known anyone. I thought I talked a lot.
Anyone that's free weed, mate. It's good to me.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, the day you decide to pack in, right? Jay wants to send you a load of weight.
Oh, it is.
You couldn't write this shit. Right?
Yeah, we got in the chat.
Let's have a look. Coggo's been missing my last few lives, but respect Coggo, mate. We're popping in. What's that? What's that? Cheese? Yeah. Yeah, Coggo, mate. Nice to see you, brother. Yeah, haven't you seen, Dave, all these name changes and avatar changes and I was thinking, why haven't they changed them back? And then all you see in the chat is them saying, I've got 3 days left. So that must be one of the new rules on YouTube there, 14 days, whatever.
I've not been paying attention, mate. I'm not going to lie.
So I've been watching you. I've been watching you, Dave, for a few days now, right? As I do on YouTube. So how would you describe your last few days on YouTube? Like, have you just been jumping on? Have you just been watching and jumping in when you feel you need to, or what?
Hey, you know yourself. I can't stand that Astring. I can't fucking stand him.
Well, he's been leaving comments on my videos. I told you, didn't I? And well, you know what? I don't think he does know the history, because I think he was that pissed when he did all the stuff. He doesn't even remember your name, but
I can't remember what it was.
That's just another reason why I don't get on with him.
He said something on the cesspit that night that triggered me. I was just watching. I don't know. It just fucking really triggered me, mate. So I jumped on and fucking said what I said. But yeah, as you know yourself, in this corner of YouTube, you can't go on certain channels because then you start getting what's the word?
Chastised.
Yeah, that. And you get ignored as well. You go in other chats after you've been on certain channels and say hello, and you just get blanked to fuck. How immature is that?
Yeah, it goes on, man. Goes on, doesn't it?
Mate, it's just the same little fucking circle as well. It is. If you're not following their narrative, mate, or you're not fucking, do you know what I mean? It's bullshit, mate. Don't want people like that on my channel. Fuck a lot of them. That's what I say. They know who they are as well.
Well, that's just like that's something that is always going to happen on this YouTube, right? And I don't know. There's different ways of taking them with it, isn't there? One is I know what's getting to you that you don't know why. You know what I mean, and whatever. But you've just got to fucking forget about it, Dave, haven't you?
Oh, it don't bother me, mate. Not one bit. Believe me, it don't.
Yeah.
Believe me, it don't.
Daryl's in the chat there. The new Scarlet Pimpernel. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
Take me the wrong way sometimes, Fly. Do you know what I mean? Because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I say what I'm thinking. Do you know what I mean? I'm not fucking swayed by any channel, and I go where I want to. Because I'm not a sheep, a lot of people don't like it. It's just me, mate. Just me. One man band, and that's how it will stay.
I know there was a comment in the chat the other day that got under your skin, didn't it? And we don't have to repeat it, but I know what it was. And I totally agree with you, mate. It doesn't matter how long you've been on this YouTube, right? If something gets mentioned that shouldn't do about you in a chat for no reason at all, it gets under your skin. You know what I mean?
Do you know what it is with that fucker as well, Fly? I think he jumped on my live one morning. I can't remember when it was, and just started sparting shit straight away. So I said, do you know when this certain person come out, that was quite funny, that was quite humorous, but now it's just the same shit and it's boring. So I told him to jog on off the channel, and ever since then they've just been sparting shit. But what they said the other night, mate, was bang out of order. Yeah, I come on panels and I have fucking banter and I have digs at people, and me and people go back and forth, but you will never, ever once hear me mention another man's wife or children, mate. Never. You won't. People go back and have a look, they won't find nothing because I don't do that. So when
it's simple. Simple, isn't it?
Yeah, when they said what they said the other day, mate, I was fucking fuming. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, if I was that type of person, yeah, chuck shit like that back at me, but I don't do it, mate. So I don't expect people to do it to me. Just out of order. I'd love to know who that is. I've got a 70% idea who it is. But there's a naughty, mate. Very naughty, that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like,
when you ain't got the balls to jump on the panel and fucking have it out with a person, and no one knows what you look like, it's easy to be the big man then, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say what you want. If there's no face to you, you can say what you want and get away with it, can't you? Whereas, like, people like me and you who have put our face out there and people know where we're from. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course I do, yeah.
It's fucking wrong, mate. Fuck them anyway.
Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of shit going on at the minute, right, where I don't even know how to put it, like, but just seeing a lot of weird stuff going on in YouTube at the minute, like, weird. Keep telling yourself in your ear it's one of the most used phrases on here, like it's only YouTube, but it's only YouTube still till you start mentioning things like people's kids and families and stuff, you know what I mean? It's only YouTube, then don't mention them.
Exactly.
They're the rules of YouTube. They're the simple rules, easy to follow, aren't they? The ones who don't follow it, you see, are all on the same live streams now, all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And most of them don't show the face.
About 95% of them, yeah.
Exactly. So they can say what they want because no one knows who it is, really. And they get away with it, though, mate. Do you know what I mean? Whereas me or you were to do it, because our faces are out there and that, we'd get slaughtered for it. We won't hear the end of it.
Has it ever made you want to set up a channel, Dave, with no voice and just like say it as it is on YouTube? Because you know what, There is some good ones out there, but I don't even think Apollo was one. I think Apollo just targeted certain people. I'm eating a channel where if you watch a lot of YouTube and you see what goes on, you could just go to this channel that no one knew who it was, right? Put a mad name on the title, and every day just put a 10-minute thing up of telling it how it is on YouTube. You know what I mean? There's people out there trying to do it, but I think it could be done a lot better.
I might try that, but just keep the channel name as it is. I might even start doing that, mate. Just calling every cunt out as I see it.
You're doing a version of it now, Dave. You just jump on panels, though. You don't make videos.
We've only jumped on a few panels, haven't I? To be fair, I was on Andrews earlier speaking to Gamer. He's another one that winds me up.
Yeah.
He just can't seem to hold his hands up, mate, and accept what he's done. It's always someone else's fault.
Why do you think, David? Why do you think he's decided to put his camera on the last 2 days, though? Because it's not showing him in a good light, is it? There's nothing.
Mate, I caught him out, didn't I? I'm the reason he puts his camera on now. I was arguing with him on fucking Under the Blood Red Skies about a week and a half ago. So put your fucking camera on. Oh, I can't. It's broke. It's cracked. And then he slipped up and put his camera on. So it's like, oh, so your camera has been working all this time. You've been telling people it hasn't. And then ever since then, he's been putting his camera on.
So he was lying about the camera working, was he?
Yeah, he said his camera didn't work. He couldn't put it on. And then he slipped up. He didn't have a choice but to do it then.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not like he doesn't need to anyway, though, does he? Because it's not. There's no benefits coming out from him putting his camera on, like, because he sat in the dark. Yeah, he's got the same clothes on as yesterday. He's just getting tortured in the chat over it. So I don't get it.
I won't come on YouTube, mate, if I was like that. I really wouldn't.
And you know what I noticed last night as well? Did you see how many times he was smoking on the cesspit last night on camera?
One after the other, mate.
And did you notice that Filmboy never told him once to stop, right? Which says to me that Filmboy wasn't looking at that screen for a lot of the time, because he goes mental at people smoking or putting music on, did he? Was people in the chat who were telling him to stop smoking. And he wasn't taking any notice either, because he smoked practically the whole time he was on there. He's doing it today. Doing it on Andrews today. I know Andrews not bothered, like, but... Jim was funny last night. Jim was funny on the cesspit last night, mate. Yeah, he actually warned us that he'd had half a bottle of whiskey, and then it's just his comments. Like, I could just imagine him sat there half pissed, like laughing while he's writing them. You know what I mean?
I didn't see it, mate. I didn't watch no YouTube.
Oh, it was good. The first one, he was like, who's on the chat? Who's on the panel? Wing a ding a ling, right? So he went all the way out to write ding a ling, right? And then his next comment was, "Where's Ash? Dring a ling. And then it just got worse after that.
Was that wing a ding?
He called Gambino pissy knickers. You know what I wanted to do, right? You know what I wanted to do last night? Oh, this is what I thought when I watched that chat, right? So Gambino was getting tortured, right? She was on the chat after she said she'd never go on again, right? She's on there. She's saying that they were all bullying somebody.
Official. No, I did watch a bit of it.
Official. Basically, she come on to say that Filmboy was bullying and the panel was bullying Official, right? So I was watching that, and then there was people in the chat, and then someone called her pissy knickers, right? And I thought, my God, turn the clock back 2 weeks, right? If I was a Clipper, I'd do a little montage of how much everyone loved her 2 weeks ago on the cesspit, right? and then just go straight to the next montage of her being on there, and Jim writing pissy knickers, calling her pissy knickers in the chat.
It's true though, mate, isn't it?
Because Jim loved her 2 weeks ago. I know he probably still does, but he could see the irony in it all. But it's the way it is, isn't it? It's the way it is, isn't it? He wrote the pissy knickers.
Is Cesspit on tonight?
Let's have a look.
You'll have Gamer on there again tonight. You watch.
Have you watched that Art Hostage? Have you seen how many people he had in his chat over the weekend?
Art Hostage? No.
Mate, he's getting 700 people in. I see a lot of our lot. I don't even know what he does. Right, he's live a lot most nights. He does long lives. He's on his own. He doesn't show his face. From what I can gather, it looks like he's some sort of he's like, he gets the word on the street, about gangsters and stuff that's going on, and like he reports on stuff that's going on in that type of world, I think. A little bit on the underworld type of thing. I might be wrong, but that's where I get. But I know I just flicked on the other day, and the last few times I've watched him, he's had like 100 in, and put it on the other day, he had 700 in. I was like, fucking hell.
I won't want that, me personally, mate. I won't want
Jim's
that.
watched him. Jim's watched him, like. Jim's subbed to him, I think, because I've heard Jim talking about him. All the best, old D, mate.
Big up, Aldi. Couldn't imagine have that many in my chat, mate. I struggle with 20 in my chat. Keeping up with it.
That one I did, that YouTube live one I did last night, the other day, where I just like went on. I was only doing it for an hour. Sorry, mate. Have you been? I don't know if you've been there long, bro.
No, right, only just now, lad.
Nice one, mate. That was good.
What's happening, boys?
This is what you call Three Amigos, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it? That's the way to start the year, isn't it?
I know. 3
all on 1,000 subs as well. It's up there.
Yeah, fucking hell, I know, lad. That's fucking crazy, that, isn't it? Wow, that's heavy. That, imagine that fucking 2 months ago. Wow.
Exactly.
That's mental.
Mate,
that's
I tell you what, right?
That's a mad.
I tell you what, right? Wow. I'm not even kidding. I've had 500 subs, right, in like
a month,
35 days, 40 days.
I know.
Crazy, mate.
Fucking mad, that, you know.
Brilliant,
I'm at 100 now.
I know, you're flying, aren't you? I'm not even. As I said, you're right there. See me last post with the puppies there, mate. It's an unbelievable one. I only got like 200 odd views on it.
They've grown. They
have. You're out the algorithm.
Mate, aren't they unbelievable, lad?
Yeah, we somebody answered where Armchair Arthur was, didn't you, lads?
Yeah, he's moving house, isn't he? He's got a new studio and that in his new house. So he said in the new year he's going to have some do some lives and get some interviews up and some other content. And I look forward to that. Enjoy his content.
Yeah, not seen him for a while. Yeah, actually, good point there. Yeah, not seen him for a while. Someone mentioned it earlier, didn't he? But it's mad how he does it, like, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, Darryl, I thought you would talk, until Jay come on there. Fuck me.
Fucking hell, lad. I know.
He's been on your panel, hasn't he? I like him. I like Jay, but God, can't have that, man.
Yeah. Well, look at live following in the fucking chat, mate. And I'm an angel compared to them about a button in, mate.
Well, you know what? Like, Live's coming here, right? And she's been on a few panels today, so I think she's got a point over today. They're talking about a subject that she's done. She's worked there, so yeah, it was mad on Andrew Jay's early. Did you watch it, though?
You know what, mate? You know what I do? I'm literally, I'll just literally zone out, mate. That's the best way to do it. But I literally, when the notifications come through, you have a little check. I couldn't believe the numbers he had. Like 180 in.
202, I think it was.
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. I like the lad. I like the lad. I just don't get his lives for me.
No, I don't. I pop in and out, mate.
For more than 5-10 minutes, to be honest. But I do like him. Do you know what I mean? but I can't watch his lives, to be honest. I don't know what it is.
He won't listen.
Hopefully,
I'll say
he does well. Like, not having a go at him, like,
I wish him all the best this year, and I pray to God that he gets out, because if he don't, I don't think he'll be here this time next year. I really don't. And that's just my personal opinion.
What do you mean, Dave? Sorry. What do you mean, lad? Sorry.
The beer will kill him, mate.
Oh, I get you.
You can't
Is
binge
he still
like
alive
that,
now,
mate.
is he?
I don't know.
I don't know, mate, but you can see the pattern. I don't think it ever used to be as bad as this, but since I've been watching Andrew J, the pattern is that he just went from, he wakes up and whatever, and I don't know how long before he starts going live, like how long he's been awake, and he's probably had about a day or 18 hours sleep, and then it's just repeating, and it's just been repeating that cycle for the last few months now. And I don't know how long you can go on like that, Dave. You might know more than me through drink. I don't know how long the body will cope with that.
It's sad to say, but he just won't wake up one morning, mate. He'll die in his sleep. It's as simple as that. I've had relatives and family members who it's happened to. Exactly the same thing as him, binge drinking. But when they do binge, they binge hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, he must go through some fucking beers, mate. If you think about it, Andrew.
Yeah.
He must proper drink when he's on these lives.
How many cans does he drink, do you reckon? On an 8-hour live, do you reckon?
Well, I know how many I reckon he drinks. Well, they're never 8 hours either. Let's face it, they're always over 12 now, or 12. In 12, I've got an idea where I think Andrew J can drink in 12 hours. Probably about 20 cans.
Yeah, about crate.
Yeah.
And
don't get me wrong, I can drink, like, but I don't go on it all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're doing that every other day, and you're not really eating, you're not really looking after yourself properly, you're not getting out the house, it's only going to end one way, mate.
Yeah. And it's mad because you're watching it, aren't you, as well? Do you know what I mean? As I said, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I've never got into his lives ever. I don't know what it is. I think because he tracks, the audit community and stuff like that, and there's all people from, I don't know. Nothing against him, nothing against his lives. Hopefully he does well. He's massive, but I've just never got onto his lives. I can watch it for 5 minutes or something, but I would let on now and then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's had the odd bottle of spirits as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Of course.
But I mean, you know what's amazing about him though, right? Is even after 20 cans, right, and you're watching him on his when he's got his camera on.
He remembers everything, lad, doesn't he?
Yeah, and how the hell can he even see the chat? He never misses a comment. Never mind, just seeing the screen. You can add. I don't know how you can even see.
You can do it. Like, I know it's stupid, like, but as I said, I done a 14-hour live. I only had a little bev. As I said, I was fucking drinking coffee. As I said, I could have went on, but I ran out of ciggies, didn't I, about 6:30 in the morning. So then, and there was no shop open till 8. So I thought, this is easy to just end now.
Well, you're here, Dal. We'll sort this out here because this is what I've seen today, right? Now, Bright 77, right? We all know him, yeah. Now, I've seen him typing perfect in a chat today, loads of times.
Yeah.
So what is going on with him?
He's just a weirdo, isn't he? But it was perfect though, because I got him on me on purpose because I knew I was ending me live, and I thought he's a perfect scapegoat here, and he was a bit weird, and I thought I can't be ass flipping on him. I said, because you'll end up fucking getting your channel shut down. I thought I'll just end it. But he's just a weird lad. He just puts weird comments, and he just says, I don't know. He says everyone else put him asleep. Do you know what I mean? And like weird lad. That's like how am I sleeping, lad?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Does he think he's on a higher level than everyone, and like he can write all these cryptic
texts? He thinks he's got more like, he's got more like IQ and all that. He hasn't. I guarantee I'd beat him at every test he does. He's just said about Fazakli Hospital. I said, Jerry, oh yeah, but you don't know where you're sleeping. I went out to from North End of Liverpool, mate. I know exactly everywhere you know.
So have you heard that term before? Did you know what he was on about when he said you're sleeping? Did you know what he meant though?
Basically, you just got to be on his IQ level. It's how he words things. He's got to put this extra words in that sounds like as though he's more formal than yourself, but it's all load of bull.
Because I was surprised when he come on the channel. He never really lost his rag, but it was definitely where he thought he was above everyone, like, which is a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I know that. That's how I was laughing, lad. I was like, that's why I had him on. I thought he's funny. I said, come on, tell us like a lovely question that you're going to say all lovely words and and point out that we're sleeping and that. And he'd mention stuff and just questions like what colours with the flares and Titanic and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you on about,
this is what I mean, right? So we can all say that, right? What Louise has said there, right? That he's sound, right? Don't take it personally yet. But what I'm trying to say is, so why is he doing all these crazy things?
No, I'm not bothered about him. Bloody hell, mate. I'm not bothered about him at all. He can come on any day, mate. No problem.
Yeah, it's like 1 minute he's trying to make himself look stupid in the chat, and he knows everyone's taking the piss about his texts. But then today he comes on and he's typing perfect, and he jumps on your channel, and the way he's going on is not getting like angry or anything, as if like he's above everyone. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we all know.
Maybe he's a secret drinker, because
what is he trying to do? You know what I mean?
Because when he's on between 1 and 5 in the morning, his texts are all like the crazy bits. But if he's on in the day, it's normal. So maybe he's a little sly drinking in the night, lad, and he turns into this fucking absolute lunatic. Don't know.
No, I've got to shoot you too.
All right, Dave.
All right, Dave, lad.
All the best to you and your family, mate.
Bye from me and bye from Bear.
Yeah, yes, see you later, mate. All the best, the Fambo kid.
Yeah, and to you, mate. Big love, guys.
Yeah,
man. See you later, lad.
Yeah, so I can't work him out. But let's throw this one into the mix then, Daryl. He's got 1,000 subs.
Fucking hell.
How's he got 1,000 subs? What's his content?
Probably works in office, mate, with all his geeks. Probably got about 900 on the screens in the old building. He's probably got about 100 subs, lad.
Fucking mad. That I'd just like to know what he was trying to what's he trying to portray on YouTube? You know, is it a character or what? Or because let's face it, they aren't even cryptic. Them things what he writes, they're just mumble jumble, aren't they?
Yeah, but to him, he's got more dialect than us. You get me? So he's trying to say. I guarantee I could do a more formal email than him. I guarantee I'll beat him on any test. 100% facts. I was explaining that to him. They said, "Nah, you sleep. You're a sleeper." I said, "Okay then. Well, I want me to ask you questions and see if you get them any right." And he went, "No." I went, "Oh, all right then." Could be a character though, couldn't he? You know what I mean?
So is he a Scouser? Is he a Scouser or not? Or is he over the water?
As soon as I said, from over the water, he jumped on.
So you couldn't tell that by his accent or the way he goes on?
He's definitely lived over the water, mate. 100%. 100%. Just tell.
By what? How have you worked that out? What gives it away?
As I said, he made the chat and for a bit, so I went asked. I was made up really in a way because he did make it, because he just changed the mindset of the chat. Then everyone was like that, just messing back, saying, "Do us another one of them weird thingies," and then he's like, "I don't know, that's weird."
Right.
Weird
so if you know, right, that's the effect that you have on a chat, right, and that's the effect you have on a chat when you come in. Why does he keep doing it?
I don't know, lad. Only to ask him, but he won't answer any question. Like, it's got to be his questions with the answer.
Ah, right, I get you.
He won't put his cards on the table, not like that. He's not one of them. I said, "You ask me anything, lad, but I can't ask you." He's like, "Yeah, because you're sleeping." I said, "Oh, whatever then, lad." Sleeping, fucking hell, lad. You've been in the tomb for 6 years now if I'm sleeping. Fucking hell, mate. Lunatic. What?
Yeah, I think if he comes on again, right? If he comes on in the chat again, I think I will. He has been a bit backstage a few times actually, a long time ago though. But
it was perfect.
But I didn't know enough about him.
Lad. It was perfect because I was getting tired anyway, and he was perfect. And he just must have thought he was going to try and obviously just like, as though I wouldn't let him on. And I was letting him on any time he wanted. Look at hell, mate. You can't like get out of me. And he said to me, mate, "Now, lads, it's a money object, mate. No, mate." So that's why I kept letting him on. He must have thought, oh, I can easy to figure me or something. I was just like, in the end, I went, "Oh, listen, I can't even shout to you," but it was perfect because it was me perfect against me live. If he wouldn't have jumped on, I'd have to just plough through it, you know, lads, because I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have had an excuse to jump off.
That's what I was going to say there. So, what was the worst thing about what was like when you got halfway through? Did you think to yourself, "Fuck me, I can't do another half here"?
No, lad.
Or like, was it only at the end there where you felt like you weren't going to do it?
Lad, you know what, lad? I was so mad, which I just couldn't believe, because remember I said I was going to do the ones when people jumped on. I only had I had 24 or 25 people that come on, but you know what? I could get that on a Monday, lad, in a 3-hour live. 25 different people, 14 hours, lad. Only had that. That's what it was pissing me off. I was thinking, why have I only had fucking 25 on when I can get that on a normal 3-hour live? That's what was baffling me, lad. I was thinking, wow.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're doing a live that long, you need people to jump on, you know, because they've got a different view on life, and or something's happened in their life, or they've seen something on YouTube. They could change the channel completely just to change in a different direction for half an hour without even knowing. So hardly anyone was jumping on. It was like me just trying to fucking. I've done all different things. You know what I mean? Gio was on. Gio was on for about 8 hours with me. Jay was on. Big love, Jay, lad. Jay was on. As I said, 25 or 24 different people. I cannot wait naming them all, is it? But it was good, mate. To be honest, lad, it wasn't as hard as I thought.
But like I said, right, you did well. No, I know that you noticed that I never jumped on, like, and I spoke to you about it. And that.
No,
I was watching a lot of it. Watching a lot of it. Yeah. I'll be honest, I watched a lot of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not, when I say that, lad, it was nothing against anyone. Everyone's busy and all that. I just meant when I done me live, it was probably a wrong time to do it because everyone was busy at the time I done it. You get me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the way you said there, like I said to you, I was going to help you in the second half, but I did watch all of the first half. But yeah, it was always going to be. I mean, it's hard to keep anything going for 24 hours, mate. You know what I mean? On the vibe's going to change all the time. You know what I mean? And like it's like any live, you don't know who's going to jump on.
Yeah.
And
it was good. That was good. You know what, mate? It's mad because much in my head before, I'm just thinking there's no book, there's no in the gen. Just literally, you'd starting alive and you're just gonna go with the flow. And to do even from like 5 to like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, lad. That's some going, that, and especially only had a little drink, you know. I only had a little drink, lad. Was honestly, yeah. So I can't even like say, oh, drinking all night and all that wasn't that. I had probably about 8 drinks or something, lad. That was it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So you went to some party, did you?
I could easily go through booze, couldn't I?
Where we last night, we had a party then with the DJ or something, did you say?
Yeah. And my mates, with Louise coming, obviously, mates and all that little DJ and that, lad. We got in at 8:30 this morning, lad.
So what was it, like a house party? Lad. House party?
Yeah, not far from where I live, lad. Sound as, mate. Loads there, lad.
Bet there was a few 20 decks got done in, like, one day yesterday.
Oh, mate, everything gets done in, lad. Easy, mate. You know the score, mate. Fucking hell, lad. But yeah, excited, mate. Yeah, as I said, New Year, innit, lad? I just can't believe, lad. It's been a week since Christmas already. How weird's that?
One of them, innit? Flying over.
Mate, the days are flying, aren't they, lad?
Yeah.
I just don't get it, mate. It's like, wow. So as I said, you're the big 5-0, aren't you? In a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Bad that, isn't it?
What date's that?
17th.
17th, lad. Yeah.
I don't even know. I think
that's a big one for you, fly, lad.
It's midweek job, I think, as well. I think it's a Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, that's the mad thing, lads. I've just realised then, yeah. because obviously we've went into like a new year, yeah. I've got the big photo, haven't I, this year as well myself?
Have you? Oh yeah.
I don't feel like 40, lads. Oh my god, that sounds absolutely nuts, mate. I do not even dare even think about 40, lad. Not 40, me, lad. End of. Weird shout that, but it's true on facts on paper, but crazy that, lad.
It is, isn't it?
50s and 40s will be at the end of the year. That's heavy going, that, lad. What are you really doing anyway? What are you going to be doing anyway yourself?
You just find yourself not looking back as much. You just look forward, you know, because you look back and you think, fuck me, 50 years, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's a mad one because I've got my daughter's 8. She's 18, lad. She's 18 as well, so she's 18 in June, lad.
Fucking hell, mate.
I know.
Will you be having a party or anything? Because I was never one for parties, you know what I mean? Didn't like celebrating like my birthday with a party, I know.
You know what, mate? I haven't even thought of it because it's just a crazy thought, mate. Seriously, crazy thought. I don't know, lad. I haven't really thought about it, mate. You just take day by day, to be honest, lad. You can't look too far into the future, mate.
When you think about it, though, they're just numbers, aren't they? Like, nothing changes when you turn 50, does it? Like, I know when you turn 18, you're legal to do things, like, but other than that, after 21, it's just a number, it doesn't.
It's mad.
It's all about how old you feel and the way, and it's about how old you feel, isn't it?
It's gotta be, mate. As I said, lad, it's gotta be because long as you obviously don't go overboard, lad, you know what I mean. I do need to get back into, lad, footy, and you know what I mean. I want to get back into footy. Being dead lazy over it, to be honest, lad. I like any sports or fitness and nothing like that. I've been even though I'm still fucking skinny, like, what I mean. It's still get a little bit. I want to play football, lad, again. I miss it, lad. You don't get 5-a-sides and that, or over 35s league, lad. Get back on the pitch and that, mate.
Oh, I tell you what, like, I couldn't play 5-a-side now. I would literally be in bed for a week after a game of 5-a-side now, because that's the killer, isn't it? 5-a-side kills you.
Oh, you know what, mate? It's sound though, because you know me, mate. I go 100 mile an hour for it, mate, and it does it. Like after, like, you know, competitive I am, lad. You know. So,
what's happening with work, Darryl? What's happening with work, mate? Are you looking for another job, or are you fed up now?
Yeah, I'm meant to be starting at the end of January and what? But
did you notice it, like?
Yeah, I've already left you the job, mate. Yeah. The good thing is they've opened the door for the future. Just that I can't be bothered. I've done it for like 9 months, 10 months dealing with fatalities and all that. Man. My dad's only gone 18 months, lad. I can't be bothered dealing with five deaths a day. Well, at least 2 deaths a day over the phone, lad.
So did you tell? That's obviously bothered you from the start, but you've got used to it. But now it's just too much to do.
Of course. Well, it was just me being me, saying, I can deal with them straight away and that. Looking back, I should have said, listen, no. Because they even said, no, well, you don't have to do them. I said, no, it's already gone past that level now where it just... I was privileged to work for the legal team, meet the solicitors. Well, unbelievable. I've just been a slice of luck how I got the job. And I've got contacts there now, and I've worked for the solicitors, so looks good on any CV or whatever, even though I've always been on a job for years anyway. Just another thing to add to me bow till the day I die. Like, I didn't work for the solicitors. Like, you know
so what are you doing? What's next? What's this job you've got now?
It's literally, I can't say too much. It's not to do with bloody any deaths or bloody loss of limbs and all that. That's a good thing. Still working from home again, but I'm looking into it. I just don't want to work from home again. Don't get me wrong. If nothing else comes up my CV and the way I do interviews, mate, I fly anything. But I mean, if I prefer to work not from home, I want to get back.
I know what you mean. I had this conversation with someone the other day on here saying that I actually, as much as I hate work at the minute, I still think that it's good to go out to work. You know what I mean? Or Nowhere you have to go and get changed or you have to have a shower. I feel like if I worked at home, I don't know, you'd be falling out of bed, wouldn't you? You'd be getting more and more relaxed
It's
every day.
annoying. Yeah, it's annoying.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know it.
I like getting ready and getting dressed and all that, and getting if you've got to wait, if you've got to be suited and booted, sound, no problem at all. And you're getting out and you come back home and you like have your tea, you know, at the right times and that. When I'm working from home, mate, anything goes to get me. I can have breaks when I want. It's just too much leeway to have. I could have a drink when I want. You get me if I wanted one. I could do anything. I want to just be leave in the morning, get dressed, obviously off out, and then do your work, and then come back home, and then everything's done. Even like regards to Louise, she obviously works in the pub. You know, obviously does all the waitressing and all that. But she was mostly in the same time as I'm working all the time. So it's like we were just together 24/7. But I mean, I prefer to just go out and then come back home. Nothing better. So that's what. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. If I will get if nothing else pops up and the money's not right, or the location or whatever else, I'll just take this job that I can start at the end of January, which is working from home. But I'm going to look into it probably this week. I'm going to get me I'll get my CV back out there and that, and if an office job comes up, mate, I'll bite the hands off. But if the money's good and the location's good, then I'll do that. Yeah, so, but I'm just having a little chill out few days because I know how quick I can get an interview. You see, and I know then they'll go, listen, yeah, can we start Monday? So I just want to not even focus on work. Probably have the next few days, and then I'll probably Thursday. Then when I go, listen, it's time to go. Activate my CV out there, and then I'll do interview and that. Usually only have to do one interview, lad, and they give me the job, lad. To be honest, but
you know what the scary thing is, mate. Yeah. The one scary thing about when you get older, like this is the first time I've like looked at my age, like, and thought, fucking hell, I'm at the point now where if I don't get another career now, I'm too old. I'll just be doing what I'm doing till I retire.
Yeah, you eat it, don't you, lad?
When you look on a CV now, when you see the age 50, it's got to look worse than somebody who's 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't know what they might say is 50. More experience needed. Do you know what I mean? For that, you might
obviously it depends what type of job. It depends. A lot of jobs are out of my league now because of my age. Like anything physical, it would go against you now. You know, they're not gonna. I couldn't go and be a hod carrier. You know what I mean? If some 25-year-old was there as well, you know what I mean? There's loads of jobs where I can't do now. Like that's the only thing you start to think about when you get older.
Yeah.
That makes you feel old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you've always hated your job since known you, lads. It's a big thing.
Over this last year, yeah.
With my job, lad, I've always loved my work. I've always loved it. Once I've headsets on and I'm work and I've got the computer in front of me and I'm speaking to people all day, lad, I love that. I really do. I hated the admin side, loads of admin and that. That's what I hated about that job. Just loads of admin. I said to them, listen, just get me to people where I just speak to all day. That's perfect, but you can't because you've got to do all the admin and that. So this a new job. It's going to be more obviously more speaking over the phone, which is my bread and butter, which I love. The day passes by, lovely chat over the weather, all that carry on. Before you know it, mate, it's your first break. Before you know it's your dinner, and before you know it, you're going home, mate, getting your tea, lad. So
haven't you ever had those days though? Have you? And this is mad because everyone's had them where you think this has been the longest day at work ever, but it isn't. It's the same time, isn't it? But you have them days. Fucking hell, is that clock moving? You know what I mean? And that's what it's like at work.
Take it easy. Yeah, you know what? It's sometimes it's some days when you do leave the office, when you go, I was going to the office. It's only been a year since I worked from home. So it's some days it's about your mindset. See, like this time of night now, my mindset then just about work tomorrow morning. You can't even enjoy your normal night. It's just thinking about work tomorrow. That's what does your head in that way. But once I'm actually there and I've ordered obviously my sausage, egg and bacon, whatever, lad, and my headset's on, I'm good to go. But it's the thought about getting dressed or getting the shower, you know what I mean? That's the mindset does your head in. But with yours is just like same old, isn't it? And you're not happy
Yeah, it
there,
is
like
now.
I am.
The only thing that keeps me going to work is like the people who I work with. I know I slag them off and that. Like I never used to, but I do now.
Yeah.
But we get different people in different characters, and they're the only things that get you through, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like 12 hours, mate. 12 hours. If you think about 12 hours, right? It's a long time. It's too long to work. Half a day, man.
Yeah.
By the time
yeah,
you've from getting up at 5 in the morning to getting up, walking back in the door at 7:30 on a night, you know, that's a long day, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've always done them, so I'm used to them anyway. Like I've said it before, but could you see the chat, Daryl?
Yeah, just eating it in.
I was going to say, can you talk to the chat for one? Can you talk to the chat for 1 minute while I get a drink, mate?
Go on, lad.
Nah. See, you're at me New Year's personally to them, mate.
Go ahead, lad. Don't worry, lad. I'm going to have a fucking sort yourself out, lad. It's sweet. Big love everyone in the chat anyway, people. Hope you're all had a good one. Few Clements 5-1 price. Wow. I've turned it off actually because of being on the live. Harley 5-1 Clement. Wow, that's a big shock, isn't it, lad? Wow. Just eating a tuna baguette, people. Tuna baguette. Yeah, just Louise just made me one. Tuna mayonnaise, you know that Lou's on. Everyone hungover today, was they? Or babe, imagine there's a few fresh heads in the chat as well. No drinkers. Where did everyone go? Anyone go out or stay in there? Yeah, Lou, you have a laugh when you're out, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, look at that there, fly. You open your bevy, you Alchie. Crowbar. What? Tuna mayo all the way, isn't it? Do you know what she done as well? She made like a trifle as well today. Trifle, you know. Trifle. Long line with the kids, yeah. Wow. Nice. Not a fan of sweet corn. Not a fan of sweet corn, people. Not a fan of sweet corn. Yeah, Diane, it's been in the fridge for 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours it's been in the fridge, Diane. Probably getting it out soon. It will. We'll be all right.
Yeah, man. So what's happening tonight? Feet up on the sofa job, is it?
You know what, mate? Chilled in all day. We haven't left. Haven't left anywhere. Haven't even had a bevy today, which is good. Who's chilled out. Watching that Tulsa King, lad. Watched all the 8 episodes. Well,
who's that? What's that?
Oh, lad. It's on Paramount. You'll be able to get on your stick, lad.
Yeah.
It's been in. I don't want to tell you too much. You get me?
What's it about?
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I can give you like the first bit, can't I? Because obviously, just the gist of it, which says on the thing anyway. So it's like Sylvester Stallone's been in jail, you know, for 25 years.
Yeah.
With this like, it's like Italian mafia family type. Like it's like that. Don't want to go too much into it. And he gets out, and his mates are like that. Listen, we've got you in a brand new state, and you can take over the whole state. Diane's watched it. Well said, Diane's bossing it. And I watched all 8. Could not, lad. Once I watched one of them, it's one of them ones, and I was absolutely wounded when I finished the last one. Wounded.
Oh, I've had them ones, yeah. We've had them.
That's why I come on YouTube then. I wouldn't have come on YouTube. If there would have been another 5 episodes, lad, I wouldn't have been on YouTube now. Because you know me, lad, I just don't come on YouTube every day. And I literally don't go on it at all. All I'll do is reply to a couple of well, it's always loads of messages to be honest, each day to me subscribers. And then I'll go straight back off. I won't go on anyone's chat or nothing. And brilliant, isn't it, Diane? You want to watch it?
You know what, mate? You know what? If Louise was on here, right, she would talk to you for hours about Wentworth, because she bangs on to me about Wentworth, right? Because I haven't watched it. Oh, you've got to watch Wentworth. And then when you said you like Wentworth, I was like, come on. So is it good?
Wentworth was brilliant, mate. Finished. Won't be no more now, there. Because don't want to tell anyone the end story, do we? But Wentworth was brilliant. Brilliant.
See, I just couldn't get away with it because I used to have to watch Cell Block H with my mum when I was a kid. And that just reminds me of that. Which it is, isn't it, basically?
Yeah. Diane, I watched a bit of that Yellowstone. I couldn't really get into it, though, you know. I know loads of people have given it a good thumbs up, but couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, I think whenever you're watching a new series of anything, the first part's got to get you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to grip you straight away, like, and
well, live. It was what do you call it? You know, because he's been in jail for 25 years. He's like, that, what do you mean? I can't pay for anything cash. They're like, no, you need to pay on your card now. He's like, what do you mean?
Right. So he's totally like, the world's moved on and all that.
And he's like that to some fella. Yeah, then I can just give you the dough and you can just pay on whatever you've got, whatever cards are called. And he went, yeah, no problem. He went, told you, cash is king. Honestly. You know, so, and then he gets told, you can't ring a taxi. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, you need to get an Uber app. He's like, what do you mean, an app? I'm old school. And you know what I mean? And lad, it's brilliant, you know, lad. Watch it, man.
So it's a bit like Austin Powers then, is it? Have you seen Austin Powers?
It's not like fucking Austin Powers, you don't. These are proper criminals. These are criminals that kill people and that, lad.
Right, so I've got the gist of it now. So he's like an old school villain who's come out and trying to get used to the new world type of thing. But is he still a villain?
Yeah.
He gets dragged back into it, does he, the type of thing?
Yeah.
What you eating there, lad?
Louise made me tuna mayonnaise baguette before, lad.
Oh, you know what? I can't handle tuna, can't handle it.
Trifle, you know, lad.
Oh, is it a sponge one? Sponge on the bottom?
Yeah, well, it's red.
Yeah.
Red. And then...
I love trifles out with sponge. I hate the ones with fruit. You know, the fruit cocktail in the bottom. Loads of custard in that. Loads of dream topping in that on the top and that. Sprinkles.
Yeah, chocolate sprinkles. So we haven't tried it yet, so if it's bad, we'll have to tell her a bit.
You can't go wrong with that. Is it one of them out the packet? Because God, I haven't seen one of them for years. You know, the little box where it's
like that, yeah. But it's like that, but it's like fancy one. We'll have to wait. But I'm not a sweet person. I'm not a sweet person, no, lad. I'm a savoury man. I'd rather have a packed crisp than a bar of chocolate. Do you know what I mean? But I'll give it a go. I'm partial to fresh cream donut or out like that. I don't have them often, but I do like them. No. What's your favourite then?
My favourite fresh cream? Oh, you know what? Custard slice, mate. If it's the right custard in the middle, custard slice. A bit messy, but a bit messy.
Yeah. You know what that is nice, isn't it? Yeah. Custard slice. What would you say, Dan? This is for the chat as well, all this. Favourite lolly ice?
Oh. You know what? I do like a strawberry split, you know, like strawberry on the outside with ice cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Or going back in the day, like a cider lolly or something like that. A chocolatey one, you'd have to be talking like a Feast or a Magnum. Anything really. I do like ice lollies and that. Did you watch the darts today, lad?
Oh, lad.
The evening session's on, innit? I don't tell me because I'm going to watch the evening session later, but I watch this afternoon's. You know who's going to win that? You know who's going to win?
Lad.
John Dobie. I've never seen him play it like that.
Chris Dobie. Well, lad,
he's been about for years. He's always crap.
Don't read through the chat then, lad, because Harlow's just told us before.
Oh, has he?
The first game.
Yeah, also I was laughing at you the other day, you know, when you said Stephen Bunting, right?
Again.
Well, I thought he's from years ago, and I put the highlights on, and here he is in the quarterfinals. I was like, fuck me. He's been around for years.
Can't believe it. Biggest payday he's had in many, many years, lad.
So how much did he get? How much did he get for getting it there? How much did he get for making the last, what was it, 60? Was he in the quarters today?
Yeah. Probably
what were they?
About 30 grand.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he have to pay tax on that or?
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? That's a problem. You win the check, the 250 or the 500 grand. You know 200. If you win in 500, you know what, like 175 or 200 grand's going out of that for tax, lad. And then you've got to pay your manager.
I can't believe they haven't worked out a way around that now, because like having the big the mega ones like all have like are based in Jersey and that, in Switzerland, and you know like Lewis Hamilton and that, they've got their money like sorted, haven't they? You know, that's all over the place. But to a darts player,
offshore accounts,
like you don't like. A perfect example is what's his name, Phil Taylor. I mean, you can imagine him living in a council house, can't you? He doesn't, and he was the best at his sport for years and years. He won everything, and like, but you can't imagine him driving Ferraris or anything, can you? And is he in that league?
He tried it. I watched all his podcasts. He tried it, and then he just thought, this is not me. This just like wasting his money. So he tried all that to try and fit in with everyone else because he was the best in the world. And he said, you know what?
Is Phil Taylor a millionaire? Is Phil Taylor a millionaire?
No, not millionaire now, no. Definitely not. 100%.
Half a million?
Don't know, you know, lad. He'll have assets that are worth it, like, but I mean, mind you, I was watching this podcast the week and he said, no, well, he's got us his house, like. And he only does little events now. And you've got to, don't forget in the darts, you've got to win the events. Can't just turn up and you don't get paid, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I bet he wishes he was I bet he wish he was like 25 again now, doesn't he? To clear it up now.
100% the difference. Oh, lad, he'll be multi-millionaire now. He'll be literally. But
that's
what the chat's saying there. We say lolly ice, not ice lollies, the lolly ice. We don't want all the wool shouts.
We've had all this, Diane. They won't be told, Diane, that it's ice lolly. You know what I mean? You keep banging on lolly ice. What's the other one? Daryl? What? There's another one as well. What you say? What's back and front?
Oh, everything in your eyes. Back to front to me. I'm not sure which one is it.
You're only down the road, man. You're not on the other side of the world. Fuck's sake! It's an ice lolly.
No, it's lolly ice, isn't it? It's a lolly and it's ice lolly, isn't it? Lolly ice.
I wonder if you went from Middlesbrough.
Just on that, sorry, Fly. Just on that before we dig it.
Oh yeah.
Twister. I like twisters for me, lolly ice, lad.
I'm partial to a twister, like.
Yeah, decent, aren't they? Real twisters. So what have you been to today then, lad? You been bevying all day, every day as usual, lad, or what?
Yeah. Yeah, mate, I woke up a day, right? I've got to I felt it last night on my left eye, you know, when you're rubbing your eye a little bit and you feel something on your bottom of your eyelash.
Yeah.
And I woke up a day, mate, and I've got like a lump on it, sore as hell.
Oh.
I haven't had one of them for a long time. Like, I don't know what it is. Might be a style.
Who did you upset at 12 o'clock, lad? A bit, who was it? Just tell
us. Everyone, man.
Did
you? So what did you do at 12? Did you have the BBC on, like, with the fireworks and all that? Or
no, we had all fireworks ourselves and all that. Like, I was going to put them up on YouTube last night, but I thought, nah, staying off fucking YouTube, because if I put something up last night, then I'll have to reply all the comments. I wanted to just chill, lads. As I said, YouTube, I'm on it, like, but I mean, it's gonna take. I just want to go 100% where like I could do going on a day, then just zone out for the day on it. Because don't get me wrong, I could be on it all day in that one day, like, and then the next day off it completely, and then the next day all out attack. It's better, mate, if you're just on it every single day, lad. You know what everything's going on about. I want to be doing lives where I'm like that to people. Why? What's been happening? Do you know what I mean? Instead of knowing everything. That's the problem. So what are you going to be? How long are you doing your live for, lad?
I don't know. I mean, there's only 13 of us here, like, now. Don't know the. Just look at what's on now. I think the cesspit's on. I mean, don't get us wrong. If at 7:30, if it's YouTube time, then I'm going to the cesspit. You know what I mean? I'm just enjoying it at the minute. I know. It hasn't started yet. He's not starting till 9:15.
Well, as I said, I went on it like yesterday just to obviously wish everyone thingy, but
I don't know if he's here, right? I don't know. I doubt he'll be watching Film Boy, right? But he shocked us a little bit today with a comment in Andrew J's chat, and I know you don't get on with her, right, Nikki? But he just come out of nowhere and called her a dog nonce in Andrew J's chat today. I was like, fucking hell, Film Boy. I thought, and to the point where even other people in the chat were saying, "Is that Film Boy?" I was thinking, where'd that come from, Matty? You know what I mean?
I know.
But I don't know what the
people just fucking say. That's the mad thing, isn't it? It's all about reactions and views. He did put something up earlier, didn't he, about the DH saying, "Oh, he's not even invited to a movie." Something about he hasn't even got the part for the movie. I'm just not into all that side of it, lad. That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean?
He has been in something, hasn't he, Heggy? Wasn't he in Gangs of London or something?
I watched the film while he's been in it. I watched the film years ago. Didn't even know anything about him then. And I think it was Bulletproof. And he was.
Because I watched all of Bulletproof, and I can't remember seeing him in it or what character he played.
Yeah, he's like one of the guards that helps or something. Yeah, definitely. But as I said, lad, people just do it for all different reasons, the views or to call them out, mate. I can't be bothered, lad. It's just dead easy.
Yeah, 3 hours. You know what, Daryl? He's a one for you, right? So for the first time yesterday, right, because I was in someone's chat and they finished at 6 and all the lads were in, right, and loads of good banter. So I didn't say anything about firing one up, but as soon as it finished, I couldn't be asked to go through StreamYard. So I just hit that live button on YouTube, you know, what
You said, didn't you, lad? What was that like?
I couldn't work out, right, how to turn the camera off, so I think you might have to have your camera on all the time.
Well, I did see it. It did come up. Remember, you said it's not on there, but I have watched a bit of it.
Yeah, and I managed to get it onto the channel because it wasn't there. As soon as it finished, I thought that they just went, you know. But it was really funny. I ended up staying on a few hours, and
was it for a few hours, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was about 2 hours in the end. It only went on for like a bit, but it's all there. The live chat and everything. Live chat and everything.
But you're one of them, innit? You're good at all that. You could be on your own. Don't get me wrong, lad. I did do a live in a week, and it was fucking. For some reason, I ended up being for the first hour and a half. I was on my own, but I mean, you could just go through the chat and read it. No different to me, like that. I'd rather have people on and not me. Instantly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, can you remember the other day when they had 7 people on? It was like, fuck me, I don't even have to say anything here. I can go to the toilet or anything, man. Great.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, mate. Love all that. As I said, you can fit 10 on your panel, can't you, lad? Do you know what I mean? But
it was mad just having 7 on, though.
It's too much.
I've still got though, Daryl. I've still got the big goal, right, of getting 1,000, like for on a live stream. 1,000. The closest one I put it up the other day. The biggest live of the year was me and Louise, like when we did that one on together on Sunday. 800 and odd views, I think.
Yeah.
But I haven't even touched 900 yet.
I missed the first bit. I had to watch it back so I could Lou, mate. I was in the chat, wasn't I? And I was like, "What? Is Lou being on earlier? I'll have to want to do a few lives to watch back, innit?" And while you're live, I had to even rewind it while you're actually live. I thought I need to hear that Lou's voice, mate. Even though he is, in the live once you're done. Remember at the fair thing?
Yeah.
How come she's not doing no lives, like?
How come what? Louise isn't?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why aren't you doing no lives though? She's got a new phone now, and it works and everything.
Yeah. Should do, isn't it? As I said, what I'm gonna do is just start getting back to, as I said, just day on, day off, day on, day off. And then if I do a random ones, and I do one on a Tuesday or a Thursday or Saturday, Sunday, but make sure to focus on me Mad Monday, me Wacky Wednesday, me fucking Friday. Make sure to definitely do them. But it's been all over the place. Christmas, hasn't it? New Year, all your days are all gone and all that.
No one knows what day it is. Like, it's a Sunday today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I'll do one tomorrow, Defo. I'll just do a little 2 or 3 hour live, innit, lad? Well, I'm better, lad. I love doing them. Do you?
Yeah, of course I do, yeah. But, like, I've never had a schedule, really. But this one today, I only decided 5 minutes before because I've been watching the same crap all day.
Some days you go on it, don't you, lad? And it's like just certain ones are just live, and you just think, "Fuck that! I'd rather watch something, mate." So, been watching a lot of telly over the period, which has been good. Normal, like watching box sets on films and that, lads, been good. And I've just been on my fucking phone all the time, lads. It does me head in.
Did you see Pablo's little live he did the other night when he bailed out?
No, I missed it, didn't I?
One before that I didn't watch, right? But then I thought, right, I'm going to back him again here. So he came live and he actually turned up, and I was straight in the chat. I think Jay jumped on, but he wasn't feeling it. Pablo, he lasted about 10 minutes, and then he basically just said, "Oh, look, I'm not feeling it." I don't know whether he'd looked at him when he was in and thought, nah, because there was only about 80 people in.
Well, it was funny what Tim Smith said earlier, lad. He said there was only 3 in the chat after 5 minutes, so he just ended it.
I know, yeah.
Well, just bloody hell, lad. It takes a good few minutes for everyone to come in, mate. Do you know what I mean? Can't just end it after 5 minutes if there's only 3 in, lad. Do you know what I mean? But Tim's like that. He needs someone on all that. Do you know what I mean? He's sound, isn't he? Big love.
Yeah. 6 minutes his last one. That was quality. That like.
That's crazy, isn't it, lad?
Didn't even give us a chance to write in the chat or anything, and it's over. You know what I mean?
I know that is heavy. That, like, do you know what I mean?
So here's another one. While you're here, right? So yeah, this shorts thing, right? Definitely out the algorithm with the shorts, because it's fucking mad. Can't get any views on a short like at all.
I don't know. Well, as I said, I've told you this, and I mean it. Like, I like putting them up by the pups, but I mean, I don't want to get all like the subs where it looks as though like got like, because Tapin's like it just done shorts, and Tapin's like it done short after short after short. Nothing against Dave, obviously, but fucking hell, I love Dave to death, you know that. Just that, because he'll smash us, he'll always do out subs us. We could bear, and that's brilliant, isn't it? But it just looked bad. Tapin's like I got to 1,600 subs, and like there was only 20 in my chat, 30 in my chat. Because everyone's just off me short. It just look a bit. Do you get me?
Yeah, the difference with Dave now, though, is that is what Dave's like sort of channel is now. He has said, and he might change his mind again. He might change his mind and go back and want to do lives and that. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're saying about the subs and all that, right? But but like I said, there was no way in this world I was going to get to 1,000 anyway. I never thought I would with normal subs. It would have took me ages, but you know what? With the shorts, I was really only trying to work out how they worked and like just to work out them myself. I'm not bothered about them now. I'll put the odd one up, but it was like trying to work out how the algorithm works and that. And I think I sort of sussed it in the end.
It's you know what's brilliant about the short when you watch it on your studio and you watch the views go up every second and all that. But I went through one, you know, when I've been bored, I went through my thing and 112 subs I've had off my shorts. 112 off my shorts.
Yeah.
So, but the difference is, as I said, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying no one too short, but I'm just mean like, if it comes to the point where it's like, what's happening, Luke, mate? All the best, kid. Big love, Luke, lad.
Big up, Luke, lad.
It just goes to show you. But as Fly, we're blessed, mate, to even get over 1,000. Doesn't matter if you've done short or not, mate. 1,000, lad. Lad, to even think that a year ago I'd even have a fucking channel, lad, is just beyond belief. Wouldn't even come in. I'd rather bloody put a vote on. I'd done a vote before I'd even thought about doing a channel, because I don't vote. But I'd have more chance of me going to the ballot station than me ever thinking about a YouTube channel, lad, to get me. And to even have like 1,000 subs, mate, it's unbelievable, lads. It's just growing. Like 1,063, I think I've got. All the lives I'm doing lately, lads, I'm getting like 12s off lives on that. It's like, what? It's like you're blown away, lad. You honestly, it's like, and
for me, it's slightly different. I don't know, because you were always like, you've always been like a confident person anyway. But for me, it's been like bit. No, I never did it as a challenge, but you sort of challenge yourself. You know what I mean? You think, fucking hell.
Well,
like,
that's
if
what
you
I'm
can
saying.
do that, you can do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't forget. Don't get me wrong. You might have done well over the last month, regards to like your short. Don't forget, lad. You'd still say have 70% of your subs, 60%, even 60%. To have all them subs even taken off the short, lad, that's unbelievable if you think about it, mate. It's and you wanna, because with regard, I'll answer, and I always say, and you even say it on your lives all the time. I say it. You like, say it's like me, you, Dave, or and say from the gym and yourself, whatever else, all like the same things. No, all like got the same personality, like the same music, but our lives are totally different, and it's so weird how that works. I can't put my finger on it. Your lives are totally different than mine, lad. How mad's that, lad? But I like everything you like. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's what you want, isn't it? It's like everyone has. I mean, take Ministry for example. Ministry's like, doesn't know how good he is on hosted live. You know what I mean? It just comes naturally to him, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's mad how all different people, like in Ministries, man. He'll have loads on that. It's like that, you know, just don't like really. But I mean, but then he's unbelievable what he does. Every channel is mad, lad.
You know what I think about, right? Because when people
people like me, but they might like me lives. That's fine. That's what I mean. You can't please everyone. That's mad, isn't it?
The thing with Ministry is, people forget that you're not in a band, a rock band, or wherever he was in, right? If you're not a bit crazy, or you haven't got a bit of craziness in you, have you?
Yeah,
so,
that's it, isn't it?
As calm as he looks, right, and as calm as he is on the channel and wherever, and chilled out. Yeah. He's been in a rock band, you know what I mean? He's been on stage and that. He's not daft, you know what I mean? He's people.
He just have a spliff and that, lad, and he just chills, lad.
That's what I mean. He's a proper dude, Ministry, and like he knows that. He knows that.
He could just sit there, lad, and chill, lad, and he's just let all the riffraff all come on, let them just argue with each other, and then he's brilliant at all his things like does, you know, puts his banners up and all that, lad. I haven't got a clue on all that stuff, you know what I mean, lad? How did you get that at the bottom there, Fly? See, wishing everyone the best of 2023. That's on banners, isn't it? But when I done that on banners, it just stayed. I'm sure it just stayed on the screen, and then
it wouldn't let ticker.
What's ticker?
Press ticker, then it goes across the bottom. Ticker when you do your banner, then it'll say ticker. It'll be like one of the options.
Okay, lad. So I can put that on my thing tomorrow, yeah. Sounding, lad, yeah. Because I was wondering why, because I've done it once, but it just stayed on the screen, and then I couldn't have the what people put. You know, when you've put Lou's on chat on there, it wouldn't let me put mine on there, and it wouldn't let me put Lou's names on the panel. So, as I said, I'd have to do it to get back into it, lad.
Have you seen that there, Darryl? What Davies wrote there, right? Davies from Middlesbrough, right? And now Central Park is like a restaurant in Middlesbrough that's been there for years, right? One of the best.
Yeah.
Never change, like always nice food and all that. But they're quite famous for the Parmos of Davy. And I've heard this before, like saying that they deliver anywhere in the UK.
Wow.
So how does that work, Dave?
It's going to be dear for them. Be dear
how does that work?
Delivery, mate. It's all right paying £12 for your Parma or whatever, but you're going to have delivery charges, mate. As I said, like we can get McDonald's by ours, which is very close to us. It's like £3 delivery, £4, literally over the road. But you just can't be asked when you don't want to actually leave the fucking bedroom, then man, thingy. It's £4 delivery, lad. So how are they going to? What the delivery charge is going to be?
God knows. But I did hear that. Someone told me that before, and I thought, how does that work? Have you not?
Had a Parmo, and everything in it is right up my street. Cheese, chicken, all like that cheesy. Oh, lad, when I see them, I'd absolutely just love one of them, lad. But I just have.
You'd have to be in Middlesbrough, like, because if you had one elsewhere, you'd probably say it was average, but because they make them different, you know what I mean? Everywhere is different, but
yeah, but we can't. They don't sell them in Liverpool, do they? So you'd have to make one yourself.
Yeah, he's saying there that they send them fresh and then you have to put them in the oven. Bloody hell, though. You wouldn't. What if they went on the side, man? It'd be a right mess.
Yeah, but what about the? Did he send them in the post? Send
them
in the post then. Must be the post then, lad. Yeah, it must be the free post and packaging, but you pay online. But that'll take you a couple of days for it to get delivered, wouldn't it? A day or two. That wouldn't be right. Because how would you earn money if it's delivery? Imagine you go to Middlesbrough, say from Middlesbrough to Manchester. Lad, the petty's going to be sky high, isn't it?
Well, mate, if yours was on your carpet, you'd leave it there because it'd say "Do not bend" on it, wouldn't it? So I get that one in before you got it in because every lamb you do, mate, it's fucking hilarious. I know you read the chat that when you're coming up with a joke. Well, here it is, and I know you're thinking, "Oh, Fly's going to fucking torture me here," but yeah.
Oh, mate.
Why was it quality, mate?
Well, that's the good thing about it. Like us, when we do our channels, they buy into us, lad. So they know we're actually weirdos or cranks or funny, make they buy into us. So you know us all by now, and everyone knows my joke by now. But they've actually belted jokes. So if I don't see emojis, I flip. I go, the best be emojis in that chat now. I mean it, and I always say to them, even if you don't like the joke, just put emojis for me, lazy twats. Do you know what I mean? Just put laughing faces for me at least. Cheer me up. What the fuck? So they put loads of emojis for me now. So it's definitely my joke.
He's not here at the minute, right? But what do you think about the rise of Big G?
Yeah, it's funny, isn't he? It's everywhere.
Yeah, I can remember when he first started coming in our chats, man. Like, and I thought, who's this geezer?
I can't.
And I was onto him because I thought it was somebody else at first, and winding us up and that because they were too over nice, you know what I mean?
Well, he was in my chat once, but I think he first come on your panel, come on yours before mine, obviously. And then he come on nowhere, lad, didn't he? Absolutely nowhere, though.
Yeah. Which always gets you thinking. It always gets you thinking, doesn't it, when you see a new name in the chat?
Yeah.
Same for you, like when you're thinking where they come from. But you got to be nice to them, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, lad, I'm getting a lot of new ones, mate. A lot of
Yeah.
new ones. It's unbelievable, lad.
Mm.
But you know, and then but the good thing is about it, like they'll message right after the thing. Say if it's like I'm in the chat, because you get messages after messages. You know, I mean, like reading the chat, and then I always get messages after saying, "Oh, yeah, that nice on that first time we've been in today." And lad, there's nothing better when someone says, "Oh, great live," and that, lad. Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lads, we all need to, even on confidence as they come. I still love me compliments, mate, given to me, mate. I love giving them out, but I love taking them. That's a fact. Isn't it?
Well, that's it. That's like where I work. I've never once had a pat on the back for anything, mate. Absolutely anything. I've been there for all them years and that, and and that's sometimes if you know what I mean. If I had my own company, I wouldn't do anything. I'd just do everything so different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll have a look at that, Davey. I'll have a look at that, Davey, lad. Look at that, mate.
Staff for everything, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, mate. You fucking hell, lad. You eat it there, lad. Especially when you know it's 12 hours and you're not getting a thank you for it, mate. Lad, I love my job, mate, because I cheer whoever I'm speaking to up. I cheer myself up. You cheer everyone around you. And lad, I love speaking to people and that all day. I love it, lad. Always have done. Because when I left school at 16, made my first job, salesman door to door, lad. 16, selling air fresheners door to door for Charline, selling air fresheners for £1.50, and just blagging people that you can put them in your bedroom and all that. They were just car air fresheners, lad. You know what I mean?
It tells you a lot about a company, right? When the first thing this company's took over, right? It's a family-run company from the northeast, right? They've took over us, and it's a multi-million pound. You know what I mean? But the first thing that they do, right? The first thing that they do is install a system where you clock in and out with your thumbprint or your eyes, right?
Yeah.
So clock card's all gone, and the next thing they do is put a massive CCTV system inside the factory. What does that tell you? You know what I mean?
I'm just laughing at Lou's comment, mate.
Fuck everything else. That's what does that tell you?
I know that's it. Like get. You know what, mate? You've got loads of time. You can get a different job, mate. Even if you'll just be one of them thinking, oh, it's a new place. You'll be shy to fit in with everyone when you know the ins and outs in your place. You need a new start, mate. As I said, you're 50, mate. If you want a new job, lad, and you're looking forward to work, go for it, lad. Imagine, I'd hate to be in a job where I hate what you come for.
Well, I've always said that. That's what I've always said. I haven't hated it forever. It's got worse. You know what I mean? And like, it's not the point where I'm going to cry when I get up to go to work or anything. But you know what I mean? I can handle it, but it's just nothing good about it. You know what I mean? You don't get any job satisfaction or anything. You know, it's not as bad as I'm making out. I'm just fucking whinging, mate.
Yeah, but it's horrible, lad. It's the same old where you're just fixing. You're just doing your normal job, and then you've got to go and fix. You're probably happy to move about, aren't you? You know, when you're not on your station, you're happy to travel and walk around. I bet you, do you know what I mean?
You can do a lot in 12 hours, you know, mate. You can go halfway around the world in 12 hours, you know what I mean?
Lad, of course you can, mate. It's a long time, lad.
So when you're pissed off, if you're having a bad day and you know that you've got to go to work in an hour and you know you've got to be there for 12 hours, it's like, fuck me. Put it this way, I was on night shift, right? I was on night shift on the World Cup final day. World Cup final day, I was on night shift, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I was supposed to be off, but I got my holidays turned down, right? They turned my holidays down. So I'm sat there, my worky stuff, watching the World Cup final, which, you know, went into extra time and penalties. Yeah. And I just sat there and I thought, if ever I was going to ring in sick, it's now. You know what I mean? And I didn't. I went and did 3 night shifts. I don't know how, but I did.
Mad, lad.
But yeah, just things like that. I would never have felt like that a year ago.
Well, I'm quite lucky, mate, because as I said, the jobs I've had over the years, it's been like sales and offers. So you can't start before 9. you can start at 8 to do all your admin before 9 o'clock. But it's always been like 11 sevens or 9 5s, 11 5s, even 4 till 8 in the afternoon in the summer when it's so I've never done the 12 12s, lad, do you know what I mean? I've always just done sales.
Yeah, you know when you did your live, Daryl, your 24 hours, right? What did much thinking go into what time you were starting it? Was there much reason behind that, or
you know what, mate? Yeah, I'll speak about that in a minute, Diane. Yeah, after mention this, and then we'll speak about that. Yeah. What did you say, lad?
like you know when you did your 24-hour live, there was much thought like when in. I heard you mention it before. Like, what's the best time to start? So how come you ended up at 5 o'clock?
Basically, mate. Well, basically, I'm new because you know me. I wasn't on the YouTube every day, was I? But then I just thought to myself, I've said that I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do it. I was going to do it. I was just thinking, try and get it in before Christmas. I thought, nah, it was too much because you've got to, it's a full day. It's unbelievable. So I was asking everyone the best times and everything else, and then I just obviously woke up. It was weird how it worked. I must have been watching YouTube in the night or something. So I can't remember who it was, but I was dreaming on it. So no, something I must have been dreaming about one of my lives or something like that. It was crazy. And I just woke up that morning and went to getting done today at 5 o'clock. That's how simple it was. I woke up, said to Louise, I said, listen, today's the day. She went, what? I said, I'm doing the 24-hour live. She went, no, not today. I said, yeah, it's getting done at 5 o'clock. And that was it. Just put it in because I thought about that, yeah. I had about 4 hours before that. It was 5 o'clock. Well, no, about 6 hours before that, I think. And I thought, right, I'm putting it up on my live. I'm putting it up on my StreamYard that it's getting done today. 24-hour Mad Messi Marathon, 5 o'clock, no turning back. Done it about 11:30 in the morning, I think it was. Told a few on flavours. I was like, listen, but I'm getting off flavours now because I need to prepare myself for it. So just obviously stayed up for a few hours. And that was it. And as I said, that I'd done like nearly to 7 o'clock in the morning, mate. That's good going, that, lad.
Oh, it is, mate. It is. Without a doubt, it's long. The longest I've done 6 hours, I think.
Yeah. You know, that like certain stuff in, but you know, because obviously I must have smoked about 30 smokes, you know, in the live. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ran out. And don't forget, it's early morning. I can't just nip out. It's late bells. So I just thought, if I'd had more smokes in that, or had a little extra bevy or something, I'd have carried it on, lad. It's not even that hard, you know, lad. As I said, Gio was fun. Everyone who jumped on. Big love, Vander. All the best.
Yes, Vander, how you doing, matey? Vander's been jumping on panels, you know, Daz.
I know, I'm not happy when she jumped on mine, right? Or yours.
She was there. Who else was it that she went on?
Another one as well now. Oh, nice one,
yeah,
Vander.
I think she's been on 2. I think she's been on 2 now, right?
Oh, is that what it's like? Yeah. Oh, okay. Is it like that, is it? Well, yeah, Diane. Only messing, Vander.
Big up to him, Diane, all the best.
Diane, she said she done daughter look go up there for like Diane 65. She said she done door-to-door sales. Good fun back in the day. Oh, it was brilliant, wasn't it? Oh, I loved it. Honestly, I done door-to-door for 16 till about what? 16 till about 20.
That's the one. It's Voucher Vander. You have to call it, Daryl. Voucher Vander.
Yeah, 16 till about 26. So about 10 years. I done door-to-door.
What were you selling?
Voucher Vander. Oh, okay, what's that all about, Voucher Vander?
I don't know. I should let it stick, really, because I just made a joke in a chat about Vander was doing the shopping, and she was watching the live while she was going around the shop and that with the trolley, and she was saying, "Oh, I'm at the counter now," and I was like, "Get all your vouchers out, Vander," and it just went from there. Like,
well, jump on. She's saying, "Well, jump on tomorrow, Vander. Only for 5 minutes if you want." I always get new people on, don't I? It's brilliant, isn't it? But only if you want, like.
Did you get someone new on the last time? Who was new on your last one then?
I definitely did, mate. I can't even think, lad. I had 24 or 25 new ones on.
I was looking back on that quiz that we done, and I definitely won that. Like, it's confirmed.
Stuart's in karate on that one. I've won all the quizzes. Like, I've won all the quizzes.
You know what, mate? You know what the best thing is? Didn't he just get a box of what do you call it? Trivial Pursuit. Trivial Pursuit, mate. You've got quizzes for time with them questions, mate.
Yeah, but I don't know. But just like when people do them, lad, and it's literally one of them bang quiz. It's like, yes, mindset, let's go.
I did put this question in. Else someone's just give Filmboy 50 quid. Lone Ranger, whoever that is.
Yeah. Wow. Like, you know what, mate? I'll speak to you in a bit. I'll speak to you. You're off tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just send the WhatsApp and mind you, no, I'll just be off YouTube when I get off this. I'll ring you in the morning, lad. I'll ring you in the morning. Yeah. So I'll speak then about it.
What was I going to say there? What were we on about there?
Yeah, basically all it is, I've got, you know, because I'll speak to you tomorrow. It's only something on the studio needed to speak to you about.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, Fly. I'm gonna go to bed, mate. I've had me tuna baguette, tuna mayo salad baguette, and the trifle's gonna be ready, lad. But I probably only have a bit like.
No worries, mate. Tomorrow, yeah. I don't know. I'll probably be going off soon. I'll watch I'll put Cespo or whatever. I'll chill. Yeah, mate. Nice one.
No, sometimes it's one of them, lads, isn't it? It's just getting used. It's just getting it out of hand. Sometimes, like I take lad, and you know, especially like I've been terrible for it, lad. I'm not criticising anyone. I've been exactly the same. It just goes to show you when I've really enjoyed, you know, watching the telly last week and a half, 2 weeks. That wow, it's so better when you zone off the YouTube and you literally go on it, you know, because you know the next day when you go on it, you're excited going in all the chats then about like what's happening and that. Honestly, try it, mate. Have a day on, day off. Just and not go on it all day and just watch normal telly. Just get the sports in that. And because as I said, mate, it drains you a bit, and some channels are the same.
I've been watching the data. I watched the film yesterday as well.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it, lad?
The General, I think it was.
What was it called, lad?
The General.
What?
Mad because it was black and white. I heard somebody talking about it. It was about. It's not ancient. It's new, but it's in black and white. It's about the IRA basically.
What's Dave Smithers putting there, lad? Sorry, Fly. The message underneath.
Never. Gamer's stepdad on Andrew J's panel offering Andrew out.
Oh my God. Fucking hell, mate. That's what I'm saying, mate. Andrew's lives are flying, lad. He gets just get people in. It's just not my cup of tea, lad. Not against anyone. I just don't know. I don't know, lad.
It's mad because you know which way it's going to go, and that's why there's 200 people in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
it's all about they're going to take it to another levels. Something it's already getting like out of hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is. It's going to be see what all the other channels, you know, that go at each other, see what they're going to be coming out with against each other. But as you know, it's all just for views, isn't it? They were like, it was up to 250. It's crazy. 65-year-old talking about flying arm bars and that. See, that's funny, you know what I mean? That's funny stuff like that. It's just like the audio community ones that just come on and you don't know how they speak, lad. You know, where they just say something now and then, and it could be like 4 of them that are on the same at the same time, and he could be just like, yeah, and it's just like one word answers and that. I'm not in about all that, lad. But as I said, I haven't really been on YouTube much anyway. Which you're gonna make sure to stay with that. Still go on. When I have a day on YouTube, I'm on it. You know what I mean? Love it all day. But I mean, I've got to have a day off as well the day after. So that's why I'm going to fit back in me Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, where I'm going to be fresh as they come. Monday.
Oh, that's starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Messy Monday, yeah. 6 o'clock.
Yeah. And then zone off Tuesday. Back right to wacky, mate. We're just going to go sick again. Off Thursday. Fucking right back to fucking Friday. What's been going on? Let me know. And see how it goes. Innit?
So, just a quickie before you go, right? So, is there anyone at the minute? Is there anyone you wouldn't have on your panel? You know, if they turned up in a chat, you would have to say no. Jaggy was one of them, wasn't he? Jaggy, you got brutalised for having Jaggy on, didn't you, for 5 minutes? Fucking hell, last week.
That was funny, that lad.
Wasn't it?
It was brilliant though, because it was just something new. It was just something new to me channel. That I've never had so many people so fast on me stage. So it was brilliant, mate. So mate, what that happened because lad had about 8 in the back chat and about 0.4 seconds, lad. Brilliant, mate. They must have all clicked on the stream at the same time. I was like, "That what's happening?" But nah, lad, there's a few obviously, but you can't win every battle. And even in regards to people in your chat, I've had to make other people mods just because just a few people have to get on, and one of them could just block the other one on that. So you just got to make. That's why I put loads of mods as well, because loads don't get on that, and they could just block them and time them out and that. But I've got too many mods at the moment. Like I must admit, lad. I would just take them all back, lad, and say, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Dave's saying there, he's got more in his chat than Filmboy. Filmboy's only got 200 people in.
Wow. That's
gonna get the Filmboy, that, you know. That'll get a Filmboy that after a while if Andrew J's got more in his chat than him. Fucking hell.
Lads, behind the scenes, lads, yeah, they've been livid, lads. You know what he's about, Filmboy. You know what he's about, mate. Just about the views and numbers, mate. Behind closed doors, you know he's all out attack. And he's putting loads of work out there, so fair enough. But I mean, of course, yeah, they'd be fuming over that, lad. Absolutely livid. So does that
Where's
say more
Expo,
in
mate? Where's Expo, like? Is he just having a Christmas off, like? He hasn't been on hardly any, has he?
Yeah, it's just basically, it's basically just like what I've done, really. Yeah, just took the days off where people are off work, you know, family and that, innit? So that's what basically you've done. But he'll be back. He'll probably be back tomorrow or something. I can imagine Monday night roast all back to normal. I can imagine. But yeah, that's look, easy 200 steady all day. I know he has. He's had the numbers today. This will be one of it. You know what? This will be his best ever live, by regards to numbers wise ever, because his numbers have not dropped at all today. Have they?
But you know what happens though with that, don't they? Then you get the other people on the other flip side saying that you're wrong because you're watching him and he's like ill and all this.
Yeah, you can't win. And then someone will say you've said something wrong on this, you'll have to get it deleted. But you're right there, because that if he's done 8 hours, 10 hours, that's going to be like a 7,000, 8,000 view fucking live. That's Filmboy, and Filmboy won't be happy about that, lad, bringing the big numbers. But as he said, he's making people send him super chats and all that, mate. So he's absolutely flying. He's raking it in. He's raking it in at the moment, Filmboy, like absolutely raking it in. He really, really is. And the mad thing is, people will come on and have murder and all that, and even people having murder on the channel is still making dough. It's about getting the middle ground. People coming on and having murder. But everything's forgot about with Filmboy. They'll one minute Filmboy will say, Gamer's not coming on ever again. 10 minutes later, he's letting them back on. You can't believe whatever anyone says.
That's it, mate. That's it. That's what it's all about. Like the next day, that's what I said about Filmboy. He goes to bed, and tomorrow's a new day for him. It's back to square one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He says
one thing, the last day.
He'll say about no more talk about Decharegi, and then today just think about Decharegi. It's just mad where everything's just for views, mate. It's absolutely crazy. On today with the chat, 10 hours he's been on. yeah, you're talking this live's going to be a 6, 7, 8,000 people, isn't it? Because he's had some numbers today, like. But then again, your numbers aren't that good. You know, if you've got the same 150 in, the same, your numbers aren't that good. You know, if the same people that stay in your chat, that's the mad thing about lives. You know, like if say for like you had 50 in non-stop for 2 hours, but it was the same 50 that didn't even go in and out. The numbers are thingy, but you know, if you've done like, and you had like 60, but then people were coming in and out, popping in 5 minutes, saying hello. That's how you get your numbers, where people are going in and out. But if you've got a steady people, a steady firm, the numbers are never big, because yours are always steady people, aren't they? Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because it's chilled, and then you have a little hour widget, and then but all the other channels, even mine, like I think people are being in and out, like, because they go off the channels and then they have a little go at that one, don't they? And they think, oh no, there's no murder there, I'll go to that one. Don't forget, they're all the drama sells, and it's crazy how it works, lad. And Cespedes had the most drama out of anyone, really, and now he's making pure wedge off it, so you can't win, lads, can you? And he's had people crying on his panel, he's had all kinds of wrongings for years, he's had everyone on his panel, and now he's the one that's obviously got his biggest out of them all, because Pablo is just obviously, he's not, it's basically just out of Expo and Cespedes at the moment, and he's leading at the moment now, and he's making pure wedge off it, and like even hardly anyone even buys Expo coffee, really, do you know what I mean? And
I know, you don't see it though, you don't. I know you can find out how many people have bought him and who's bought him, who's actually bought him a coffee.
He pins it, and people do put it up, but it's like Filmboy with regards to Filmboy. Always said, didn't he, lad? He'll never be doing any donations or super chats or members. Lad, he's cleaning up on every single level. So everything he's always ever said, lad, he's gone against. But he's the big hitter now. So can't believe anyone says no more, lad.
What about Blackburn's World? What do you think about him?
Never.
Because I mean, he's getting tortured at the minute, isn't he, over this PayPal thing.
I don't know.
He hasn't been on there. It is Blackburn's World, isn't it? Let me get it right. It is Blackburn's World, because I always get mixed up with
Blackbird's World, doesn't he? Blackburn's
the Secret Blackburn, Secret Blackburn,
that's it.
Blackburn's World. One of them, I think it's Blackburn's World.
Blackburn's World,
somebody's put his PayPal up, and it's showing you all. They made a video. It's showing you all the donations coming in, who they're coming in off.
Yeah.
I mean, my question is that I don't know enough about it, but I know that a lot of people have. He's been in my chat, and a lot of people, I'm sure, Dave, Louise, all sub to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know he hasn't been on to defend himself, but he was got over $2,000 in donations. Like, when you look at the people who were donating to them, that's the fascinating thing, man.
Wow.
Mate,
I've never been on any of his lives, mate. I've never been. I've seen him in chat. He sounds as fuck. He's been in the chat. I don't think he's been on my chat. Like, I think I've only seen him in yours or someone else's. But I've never seen any of his lives. No.
Yeah.
But I know he sounds in the chats. Do you know what I mean?
Nice one, Sean. Sean taking a little time out the cesspit there to say hello. Nice. Happy days, mate.
It's nice, Sean. Just saying there, Sean, and think he's got more viewers at the moment. Andrew J, mate. Filmboy will be going off his nuts, but you know what Filmboy would do? He'd do a live, wouldn't he? An hour later go, anyone that thinks that I'm not the best, look at my money that I've received. You get me? He's always got plan B. He's always got plan B what to say. He's not stupid, you know.
Well, I wasn't sure if that was a ploy today when he went in there and said that about Nicky. Like, I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I thought, it's up for something here, like.
Yeah, well, do you know what to say about certain people in the day in the chats, mate? They're not stupid, lad. Honestly, even as big as him, he's on all different channels, lad. Even if he just pops in for 5 minutes and says hello, because don't forget, we don't know where he is all the time. Most of us know where he is in chat because we all watch the same. But he might watch all others as well, and like get people to come over to his channel. Which ones we don't know, but he's doing well, and you know what he's doing. He's helping the communities and whatever else. So good luck on it. Good luck to him. Simple.
Yeah, I mean, no, you can't knock him for that. No, I like anyone who knocks him for that is wrong because it's there for you to see. He's walking around the streets on his day, in his own time, giving homeless people food.
Job. He's got an unbelievable job now, secure for the future now. Off his lives, mate. That's what I first started when I went on the American ones. Lad, he's minted now. Showbiz the adult. I was one of those, I think I was 100 sub. I think on his 1,000 sub or 5,000 sub was it? He went into work, onto the live. It's just about boxing and UFC. He's never had anyone on StreamYard. He just speaks. He does his podcast, which is a morning podcast, which is 9:15 America time, which is 3:15 our time. And people just send donations, so they ask him a question every 30 seconds, and someone will send him a £5 or 20 quid. Every 5-10 seconds, lad, he gets money. No word of a lie. And he was just a normal fella like me 3 years ago, and now he lives fucking high life. Still does lives every day, like.
Mad, innit?
But Film Boy now is safe now. He's got a job for life now. But the only thing is with him, mind you, he has wrong-uns on now and then, and he'll be come on stuff one day, but he'll just get his other backup channel up, won't he? So there's no worries.
Yeah. Lads, I'm going to wrap this up now. I'm going to wrap this up.
Yeah, it's life.
3 hours, 3 hours 50, people. Yeah, give us a buzz in the morning then, mate.
Yeah, man. Take it easy. Big love, people. See you later, lad. Well,
nice one, lad. Nice one. Yeah, 3 hours 50 minutes. Nice one, everyone, for popping in, Vander. I don't know enough about the Blackburns World thing. If he's getting donations, fair play to him. How he's getting them and what he said to actually get them, I don't know enough about. But what got me was how the hell has somebody got his PayPal thing? I heard a little bit about it, but to put that up, you know, how would you get the details? And there's too much to know about it. But I know Louise watches Blackburn's World and Dave and whoever, Vander. So I'm not going to say any more on that. Big up Sean, lad. Dave, nice one for getting through today, mate. Keep it going. No doubt we'll speak to you later. Davey 90, Borough lad there. I know Ginge was in there. Big up Ginge. Lou Don there. Happy days, stayed in the whole time. Massive respect there. Who else we got? Early doors, Jay. Seems like hours ago that when Jay was on. Luke, John. Probably missed loads of people who were in earlier. So yeah, Diane, Cartman. Respect everyone. Hope you have a good night, whatever you're up to. And I'll probably see a few of you soon or very soon. But if not, enjoy your night and I'll speak to you soon. No music tonight, guys.